Scotland's a wild and lovely place.
But there's a change we must embrace.
Scotland's water's world class.
No doubt.
So, take a refillable bottle.
When you go out.
It's your water, your life.
Top up from the tap with Scottish Water.
Fresh, cool, clear.
And only available right here.
So good evening everybody and welcome to our final session of the Scottish National Age Groups 2022. We've got an exciting session of swimming all lined up for you, and this is our final session. So it's gone pretty quickly. We go 15 sessions down. This evening I'll be joined by Ali Wyke. Ali Wyke, the Director of Aquatics for Scottish Swimming. Hello Ali.
Evening, Lynn.
Yeah, it's good to be back together again.
Yes, indeed.
Long time no see. And
Yes.
actually, it's good for everybody to get back together again. It's one of the things that's been particularly nice about this championships is that we're seeing so many spectators in the gallery and people that we've not seen for a very long time. We had the Winter Championships, of course, in December in Edinburgh. But this for our younger swimmers, and it's been a really exciting atmosphere. And for everybody to get back together again to see their friends across a national level that they've not seen for so long, and to reintroduce or to introduce some of our younger swimmers to a national championships that they've not been to before because we've been denied that through the last couple of years. What's your thought about the championship so far?
Well, I've actually been quite encouraged by them, to be honest with you. A lot of the things that you've just highlighted there are very, very true. But the camaraderie around the poolside at the moment, the level of competition and racing that's been going on, I think has been absolutely fantastic. And seeing some of the younger swimmers that maybe not been here before, I think that's been quite refreshing as well to see some new faces coming into the sport. But we're almost going to feel like this is another starting point now, and we're going to have to try and move things on in the next few seasons.
Yeah, definitely work in progress, I think, especially with those younger swimmers. But they had a lovely time this afternoon, especially enjoying those relays. And it's good to see them on poolside. So we've got an exciting session lined up. We've got finals this evening, and we've got the boys 200 metres individual medley, the girls 200 freestyle, boys 100 freestyle, girls 100 breaststroke, and then we're going to finish off last one, fast one, boys 50 metres backstroke and the girls 50 metres butterfly to finish us off. So no relays this evening, but some pretty quick finals to come. So any particular race you're looking forward to this evening, Ali?
No, I'm looking forward to them all, to be honest with you. But you mentioned relays there. I was watching the 4x200 freestyle relays this afternoon with the younger ones swimming in the relays, and whilst it seems like quite a long race, even those races, there was a really exciting finish to it where, you know, people in the gallery, the teammates around the poolside, making a real racket and trying to encourage their teammates to perform at their best. So, I think that type of thing is really, really encouraging.
Yeah, and you will find that sitting here with the headset on, you will hear that racket. I came away with a headache after this afternoon, some of the really noisy teams over here on the near side. But this is our first race, just coming up towards the block now, and it's the boys 11 to 13 years, 200 metres individual medley. Of course, we've just lost our feed there. In lane 0, we have Ethan Collins from North Lanarkshire Swim Team. Callum Mackenzie goes in lane 1 from Perth City. In 2, Owen Beichin, South Aberdeenshire. In lane 3, James Kilpatrick, Carnegie. Lane 4, Dylan Mitchell, Warrington Baths Club. I'm moving just ahead of the camera there. In 5, we've got Archie MacArthur from Inverclyde. In lane 6, Daniel Hendry, City of Glasgow. In lane 7, Erin Machin, City of Glasgow. In lane 8, Fraser Dow from Perth City. And in lane 9, Kyle Connolly, City of Glasgow. So I think we've lost some of our graphics there just during that introduction. So race just about to get underway. So Dylan Mitchell fastest through to this final, 2:34.38. He swam this afternoon, not that very long ago actually. So swimmers under starters orders. Dylan Mitchell. You might not see him go out the fastest. He's a really strong breaststroker, the Warrington Bath swimmer. And we also have the gold and silver medalist from the 400 metres individual medley in this race. Archie MacArthur won the gold in that He's looking pretty good down this first length. Not a terribly helpful tail end view there, but it is Archie MacArthur taking it out on the butterfly. So your thoughts?
Oh, a nice strong start there from Archie, a very smooth butterfly as well, actually, which is great to see a youngster having that at this stage. In fact, for medley swimming in its entirety, 4 really good quality technical strokes. I think the foundation for any young swimmer, I think anybody listening out there, that's one of the key things to be focusing on when they get into the sport.
Yeah, Dylan Mitchell there. I mean, like we said, we commented on him being a strong breaststroke swimmer. In fact, he's got quite a lot of work to do, but we do see the change of lead so often in that breaststroke leg, so we've got that to look forward to. At turning first there, Archie MacArthur, 38.56, just a second or so ahead of in second place in lane 3, James Kilpatrick. But the field are going to start to close up, I think. I expect the Inverclyde swimmers, Archie MacArthur, to have a strong breaststroke leg there. We have a special award for the youngest age group in the 200 metres individual medley, and it's a Sharp Trophy. So the Sharp Trophy will be awarded at the end of the medal presentations for this event, to encourage swimmers to engage in all the strokes. This 200 metres individual medley, it's a long-standing award, and Archie MacArthur hanging on really well there in lane 5. I think he's going to touch first, 154.93. Dylan Mitchell in second, 155.63. So the gap less than a second. So these two well ahead of the rest of the field. They both swam 2:34 their entry times this morning. Warren de Barton, the Inverclyde swimmer. I think it's Archie MacArthur. He's going to win another medal there. The 400 individual medley was his, and he's moving away now. And about 10 metres or so clear he is of in second place Dylan Mitchell, Warren de Barton swimmer. So 2:34 is swam this morning, 2:29.32 this evening to take first place. In second, 2:33.49 for Dylan Mitchell, and third home Daniel Hendry.
Yeah, nice swim there from Archie. I think he set his stall out right from the beginning, didn't he, on the fly when he took it out quite strongly. Seemed to build on that in the backstroke, both strokes very, very strong. And on the breaststroke managed to just, quite tidy breaststroke as well, to be honest with you, didn't he? But managed to maintain that lead coming in there, and was just too strong in the end coming down the freestyle leg.
Yeah, 4 strong strokes there for Archie, and it's good to see these swimmers on their strong turns as well. I know that turns is something that British swimming has put some focus on in the past, perhaps realising that our underwater work is not as strong as we would see from the Americans, and I know that there's been some work put into that. These swimmers haven't been in the water for all that long competing at this level, and a lot of them have not had the opportunity to compete long course or train. Anyway, I'll run through the swimmers in the next heat. So in lane 0, Aidan Bruce, Aberdeen. In 1, Toby Bullock, Midlothian. Lane 2, Lewis Gibson, North Ayrshire. In 3, Ewan Weir, Dundee City Aquatics. In lane 4, Dean Fern from Aberdeen Dolphins. 5, Gregor Ross, City Glasgow. In 6, Kenzie McLean, Perth City. 7, Josh Elliott, Heart of Midlothian. In 8, Eamon Jaridi from Royal Wolverhampton. And in line, Conor Christophorus, Aberdeen Dolphins. So, what do you think about this race, Ali?
Well, I think Dean Fern's had a pretty decent week so far, so I would expect him to dominate this swim as well. But Ewan Weir, don't forget him either, from Dundee City Aquatics. He's also had a really positive week, some excellent swims in there as well. So, but you can see straight away, Dean Fern swam a pretty handy 50 fly, I think, earlier in the week. I think he was 26 low on the 50 here, and he's taking that one out now.
Yeah, Dean Fern, we saw him swimming this morning. He did come in as the fastest entry, but he was really easy on the freestyle at the end. And we know he's got perhaps 2 favoured events coming up already again this evening. He's got 2 further events, the 100 freestyle, and then a 50 at the end. I remember Dean from early days when he was swimming at Stonehaven for South Aberdeenshire in the North District, and he was very strong over the 50s. It's great to see him attempting these longer events and swimming well in them as well.
Yeah, and he, I thought saw him swimming a 50 backstroke earlier on as well, and the rate there, just nice and relaxed on the rate as he turns onto the breaststroke leg.
Yeah, so I mean, very strong and powerful Dean Fern. Let's talk about some of the other swimmers in the water. We've got Gregor Ross in second place in lane 5, but he's 2.5 seconds or so behind. We have Josh Elliott from Heart of Midlothian in lane 7. So not the fastest coming through, but we can see him coming through on the breaststroke leg. So Josh, the winner of the 100 and the 200 metres breaststroke, and doing his best to come up on terms, but Dean Fern it is at the moment. Gregor Ross coming through alongside him. Gregor, is he a swimmer known to you, Ali?
Yeah, the youngster from Glasgow. Again, he's had another strong meet here, and what an excellent breaststroke leg he's showing just to take on the lead of this one.
Yeah, and a nice turn there, really low head from Gregor Ross, moving out into the lead. See what Dean Fern can do in response and how much energy he's willing to expend to win this, because I think win it he will. But Gregor Ross is making it hard for him. 25 metres to go and it's pretty neck and neck, but Dean Fern just started to draw ahead. Real battle for third place there. What do you think that? Ewan Weir, Dundee City Aquatics, Kenzie McLean from Perth City. So 2 Midland District swimmers there in third place, or vying for third place. Dean Fern just coming through. I think he's just doing enough to win that race. 2:20.81 to take that one. That's about his entry time. 2:21.09, Gregor Ross in second for the City of Glasgow, and Kenzie McLean just getting the battle for the bronze medal there, 2:23.68. Good race.
It was a great race, and Gregor made a right fist of it there. Really attacked the breaststroke leg, got himself back into contention. Just shows you on a medley swim how much things can change round over a short period of time. And then the battle for bronze was excellent as well, wasn't it? With Ewan Weir just being touched out as well, so by Kenzie McLean. So a great racing all over the pool.
Yeah, Gregor Ross, though, an improved time for him, 2:25.40 was his entry time. So a good 4 seconds off his entry time, a really good performance for him there. So we've got the 15-year-old boys 200 metres medley now in lane 0. Conor Mitchell, Warren de Bath in lane 1, Thomas Traynor, South Lanarkshire. 2, Logan van der Meulen, Stirling Swim. In lane 3, Greg Hall, Aberdeen Performance. In lane 4, Evan Davidson, Perth City. In 5, James Burnett, Warren de Bath Club. In lane 6, Adam Scott, Red 96. In 7, Kai Connolly, City of Glasgow. In lane 8, Finlay Nelson from Dumfries. And in lane 9, Zach Slater, East Lothian. So the swimmers lining up behind the blocks now, ready for the signal from the referee. Your 2 thoughts on Evan Davidson? We've seen some really strong performances from him during this meet.
Yeah, indeed. He's just picked up from where he left off last week at the British Championships in Sheffield, where he had some excellent swims. It's a different scenario when you're at the British Championships. You're swimming in the open events. Of course, you're up against senior swimmers at that point in time, and albeit that you can swim in a junior final, but in the heats you're up against senior swimmers, and it makes such a big difference. Here he gets a chance to race against people of the same age, and you can see that he's already taking this one out on the first leg.
Yeah, so he's the gold medalist in a whole host of events already so far in these championships. He actually swam 2:10.40 down at the British Championships, and 2:15.9 this morning to qualify for this final. I fancy he'll go under that 2:15. Do you think he'll get close to the 2:10 that he swam?
I'm not quite sure he'll get that close. Last week, that was a great swim last week for him. And of course, this is day number 5 after last week's competition as well, so he might well be getting a little bit tired at this point in time. But James Burnett looks as though he's giving it a good shot as well and getting himself into the race.
Yeah, James Burnett, the winner of the 400 metres individual medley, so we know he's got that endurance, but as you say, it's the back end of a week, and we don't know how many races they've done. Well, we know Evan Davidson has been swimming in practically everything. James Burnett, though, he's looking pretty good for that second place in lane 5, swimming from Warren de Bath, and it's Adam Scott just now, Ren 96 swimmer in lane 6. Evan Davidson looking pretty comfortable on the breaststroke. Like, he has got a broad range of events, hasn't he? So he was the winner of the 100, 200 breaststroke, as well as the 100 and 200 butterfly, and some of the freestyles as well.
That's exactly it. You know, he's looking pretty comfortable on the breaststroke leg there, and we know he's got a strong freestyle now, excellent under the water, and very smooth on the freestyle.
Yeah, he does look very comfortable, doesn't he? I don't mean to say he's not putting any effort in. He just looks really, really efficient. Tell us a bit about his training.
Well, Evan trains at Strathallan School with Elaine Johnston, but also is a member of Perth City with Anne Dixon as well, so he gets quite a good balance of training. And of course, we know there is 2:14.78 there for Evan, followed by James Burnett in 2:18.9. Oof, that was a close finish there for bronze. Blooming heck. Oh my words, it was a four-way race for that bronze medal.
Yeah,
what a race.
Finlay Nelson just getting the touch. He must have long arms there. But Evan Davidson there, 2:14.78. So 4 seconds outside the time we saw down at the picture. But as you say, I mean, he's had 2 weeks of hard racing and probably looking forward to a little bit of a relax. Evan Davidson there, 2:14.78 to take the gold, 2:18.91, James Burnett in second, and Finlay Nelson just getting the touch there for Dumfries.
What a race that was.
That was great.
It was absolutely fantastic.
And we've got a good vantage point here up at the start end. So I think we've got some medal presentations coming up now.
Like you said, Finlay Nelson might just have slightly longer arms. I think he had slightly longer fingernails as well.
Yeah, so we'll welcome our medalists for the first couple of events. So it's just the boys 11 to 13 and the boys aged 14 years medals going up. So some blaring music going out there in the auditorium, and I think it looks like the medals are going to be presented by our new national coach, Ian Wright. So tell us about that appointment, Ali.
Well, I'm absolutely delighted that Ian is joining Scottish Swimming. Known Ian for a number of years, since back in the 90s actually, when he was still swimming. He's got a wealth of knowledge, a great understanding of the sports. He's had some great successes as a coach as well. He's managed to build clubs wherever he's been as well. So he's got a really good track record, and he absolutely understands the sport, not just from the top end of the sport, but absolutely understands the importance of great learn to swim into clubs, the great work that clubs can do with youngsters, the importance of coaching in that process as well. So really looking forward to working with him.
Yeah, really good to see. I'm sorry to see Alan Lynn go, but he's going to British Swimming, and I understand he won't be very far away from you in the office.
That's it, yeah. Yeah, it'll be sad to see Alan go, and he's done a great job over the last 6-7 years with Scottish Swimming. He's got a big character, but I'm sure he'll do a great job with British Swimming, and he's still part of the swimming family, if you like. And you're quite right, his home office is at Stirling, so we might welcome back for a day or two in a week, that sort of thing. You might allow him to sit next to us.
Yeah, that would be very nice. So there's our national age group champions atop the podium. Gold medal winner in the 11 to 13 year age group, Archie MacArthur, and in the 14-year age group, Dean Fern. Dean, pretty tall there, 14-year-old swimmer.
Yeah, definitely helps as a developing athlete, and that's one of the things that young swimmers have to deal with as they get older as well. People mature at different rates, and so some people are going to be taller, some people are going to be smaller. We had a great talk from Hannah Miley today earlier on. That's one of the things that she was talking about. She's not necessarily got huge stature, but made the absolute most of every ounce of talent that she's got, and worked extremely hard at it.
Yeah. No, but it's good to see, and of course we don't know how physically mature a body is. Just because it's grown very long doesn't mean to say that the musculature and that maturity that comes with further development has worked out for Dean. We just don't know, so we'll see what the future holds for him. Anyway, we've got the 16-year-old boys just warming up to the blocks there. In lane 0, Fergus Woodward from Portobello. In lane 1, Adam Scott, City of Glasgow. Lane 2, Jake Holmes, City of Glasgow. In lane 3, Matthew McMillan, Incas. In 4, Luke Hornsey, East Lothian. In 5, Finlay Davis, Midlothian. In 6, Max Pelosi, City of Glasgow. Lane 7, Ben McLaughlin, Geary. In lane 8, Fraser Tetlow, Geary. And in lane 9, Jack McDonald from Putteridge. A whole different range of sizes and shapes here in the final. So one of the comments that's been made actually about some of the swimmers is that we're looking in really good condition, which I think is a real credit to the coaches and the teams out there that were working hard in lockdown to keep the swimmers motivated and to keep them fit.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a very tricky period We know there are so many clubs out there putting on virtual classes for their athletes to keep them going.
So into the water then for the 16-year-olds. Luke Hornsey, your favourite for this one, do you think?
Well, it's a very open race, I think. To be honest with you, Luke's been swimming very, very well. Again, he was down in Sheffield at the British Championships last week and had a good week, putting in some good swims. The thing I'm really interested to see here is that he swims quite a broad range of events as well. So he's from the 15, he's from the 8, and here we have him in the 200 IM. So we'll see how he goes on this one.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed watching him swim. I mean, I'm familiar with him swimming the freestyle, but he was actually a medalist in the 100 metres breaststroke as well. And that must hold him in good stead for his medley. Working well down this backstroke leg is Luke Hornsey, and he is in the favoured lane. Next to him, Finlay Davis in the green cap of Midlothian. But Luke Hornsey has got very long arms, and we spoke about the long arms of Finlay Nelson. Luke Hornsey, definitely an advantage. And coming in towards the halfway mark for Luke Hornsey. We'll see what his turn's like. It's a bit of a leisurely turn, I would say. 102.97 for Luke Hornsey. 103.73 Finlay Davis, but smoothly through into the breaststroke, and that's a powerful looking breaststroke there from Luke Hornsey, representing East Lothian. So third place at the moment. There's a host of swimmers there. I think the third place was over on the far side, but it looks as though it might be a City of Glasgow swimmer, Max Pelosi, known as a breaststroker before he moved over from Kingston, and Jake Holmes, City of Glasgow as well in lane 2, coming through on the breaststroke. But Luke Hornsey, well, he's looking very strong, isn't he? Yeah,
and you'd expect now freestyle, one of his stronger strokes now, as I was mentioning earlier, swimming the 8 and the 15 and the 4. So I'd expect him to pull away here, but a great effort from Finlay Davis as well, from Midlothian, coached by Colin Barton. There, an excellent job, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Luke Hornsey, a junior team member in that new squad system that's been set up, is actually, I mean, his entry time was not one of the fastest. It was 2:15, and now is down to 2:12.49 to take the win in that 200 metres individual medley. Finlay Davis 2:15.74 in second. Third home, Max Pelosi 2:18.28 City of Glasgow. All these swimmers adding up to the points. We haven't announced the points, have we? I haven't even got them here at the moment. So really,
anybody would think you were talking too much.
I don't talk too much. But East Lothian doing really well at these championships. What's going on down there?
Well, I think they've had quite a settled team. I mean, Bruce Halloran, the former head coach, had just moved to Warrender Bass at the end of last season, who's doing a great job at Warrender. But Jamie Ward taking over as the head coach. But Jamie's been part of the system now for a good number of years. So there's been a level of consistency. And I think it really helps when all the clubs are bought into the programme, and it just shows you what can be done when actually everybody's all moving in the same direction. And then you get the kids moving through to the right level of coaching and the right amounts of training and pool time at that point. And the system just seems to be coming together. It's got some great support from the leisure partners as well, Enjoy Leisure, so and the council, East Lothian Council there as well. So everybody all on the same page. I think it makes a massive difference.
Yeah, I was talking to Duncan McKinnell, who's obviously from East Lothian earlier, just curious just to know why it was that they were performing so well. And he said it is a really good bunch of clubs working really well together, and Enjoy Leisure supporting them, got them back in the water really early. Anyway, this is our final of the 200 individual medley. In lane 0, Owen Carroll, Perth City. Lane 1, Nathan Campbell, Stirling Swim, and in 2, Matthew Garrity and Clyde. Lane 3, Finn Bremner, Warrender Baths. Lane 4, Robert Burgess, City of Glasgow. In 5, Travis Davey, Dundee City Aquatics. 6, Andrew Bertoli, City of Glasgow. 7, Mika van Blurk from Warrender Baths. And in lane 8, Brodie Gordon-Gibson, Warrender Baths. And in 9, Luke Porteous, East Lothian. This is an interesting one.
Yeah, I suppose Andrew Bertoli might be the favourite for this race. You know, he's got a great track record on the medley event, especially the 400 medley. Certainly he's been challenging for a place on the British European Junior team in that event, and a really good job last week in Sheffield in there as well. He's been quite prominent in some of those individual events. But look at that, first 50, and it's nicely spread across 4 athletes in the middle of the pool.
Yeah, Robert Burgess, we've seen him win the backstroke events, and he's gone through on this backstroke. I think he might touch in first at the halfway mark, but Andrew Bertoli, as you say, very strong on the medley events and a broad range of events. We've seen him on top of the podium an awful lot. But Robert Burgess, a really strong backstroke leg there, just to touch first there, 1 minute 0.76 at halfway. So Andrew Bertoli came into this event fastest on 2:10.3, and he has powered away just through the start of the breaststroke. Travis Davies sandwiched between the two blue caps of City of Glasgow. Nice pink cap there, easily identifiable for Dundee City Aquatics. And he's looking pretty good as well. But these two City of Glasgow swimmers, I think, have it sewn up between the two of them. Robert Burgess really giving it a good go down this leg.
Yeah, really good, really good. Andrew, a strong breaststroker, turning first there, and then Finn Bremner, I think it is up there. In lane number 3, so he's coming with a great challenge.
Yeah, so I think Andrew Bertoli, as we suspected, really strong coming in towards this final here. I think he is trying to put on a good time. So 1:55 it is now. He's got just about 10 metres to go, 15 metres to go. That's the 15-metre mark. Andrew Bertoli is going to take this one for City of Glasgow. Not scoring points, I understand.
That's right.
He does train with City of Glasgow, but it doesn't spend enough time up here to be a point scorer for the team. So Andrew Bertoli in first there, 2:07.86. That's a great time.
Yeah, super time from Andrew as well, but Robert Burgess there, I think he'd be quite happy with that 2:10 as well. It's an excellent effort. And then Finn Bremner over in lane number 3, finishing in 2:12 there. I think that's another good swim from that young man. So
yeah,
great
30,
racing, yeah.
30 split for Andrew Bertoli, 30 dead on that final length. But yeah, as you say, gold medal for Andrew Bertoli, silver goes to Robert Burgess, and the bronze to Finn Bremner, Warren Baths. So some more presentations. These presentations for the older boys, aged 15, aged 16 and aged 17, 18 years. They're just being welcomed onto the poolside now. You can see them just there waiting with the marshals. And then the 17, 18-year-old boys will, well, they've only just got out the water, so they'll join them on the podium just a little bit later. We're familiar with the routine now. And our new national coach, or not yet our national coach, does he?
No.
When's he going to start, Ali?
He starts on the, to be precise, he starts on the 9th of August.
Yes, of course, he is still heading up the City of Glasgow programme. They're doing very well just now. So our bronze medal winners in that 15-year age group, Finlay Nelson with his long arms just touching out for the bronze medal. And Max Pelotti from City of Glasgow winning the bronze in the 16-year age group. James Burnett winning the silver medal for Warrender Bath Club in the 15-year age group. And Finlay Davies for Midlothian, the silver in the 16-year age group. So our Scottish National Age Group champions up next. Gold medal winners, Evan Davidson from Perth City winning the gold. And Luke Hornsey winning the gold, and the national champion in 2:12.49 for East Lothian. So our 17 and 18-year-old medalists have joined the young swimmers on the podium. The bronze medal winner, Finn Bremner from Warrender Bath Club, really strong back end for Finn. Robert Burgess having to settle for silver medal, City of Glasgow swimmer. And our Scottish National Age Group champion, our 17-18-year age group representing City of Glasgow, Andrew Bertoli. So a nice set of medalists up there, just getting their photographs taken. Plethora of coaches from a whole range of different teams.
Yes, that's it.
So lots of teams represented on the podium there. It's good to see.
Yep, a very good spread, and a good group of swimmers there, as well as the coaches take the photographs to update their social media channels.
Yeah, and of course Scotland with the amazing Duncan Scott, Medley man, amazing. What's your thoughts about his performances down at the British Championships?
Well, when you watch Duncan swim, sometimes it looks effortless, doesn't it? And when he swam 400 medley last week, 4:09 Commonwealth record, it almost looked effortless. I know it wasn't. When he finished off, he could hardly talk afterwards. He was exhausted. But when you watch him swim that, it's almost like, is there anything that this guy can't actually do? But the basis for that is and I said it right at the start of the event this afternoon, is there's 4 great strokes, and he's worked extremely hard to do that. And it's somebody who's renowned for swimming freestyle to turn his hand to medley as well. It just shows the importance of being able to swim different strokes.
Yeah, pre-selected for the Commonwealth Games. Is he looking to run a big programme, or is that top secret information?
That's top secret information, and of course.
No, I thought it might
I could tell you, but I'd have to kill you, yes.
Well,
and everybody else listening.
Oh, right. Anyway, so we're on to the 200 metres freestyle for the girls. That's your line-up. I'm not going to read through them, so Ali and I will talk through the race with you. This is 11 to 13-year-old girls up first, and really tight, this one. From the heats this morning, some really tight races. Fastest through, though, Molly Irvine-Watson from Stranraer. So one of the outer reaches of Scotland there, Stranraer.
Yep, absolutely, and the team with the brightest T-shirts as well, I think, the bright orange of Stranraer. And I think it will be quite close, this race. You're never quite sure in the heats, are you, in terms of who's putting themselves all in the heats to make sure you get, but tends to be a little bit more honest in the younger age groups, because they're all fighting to get a spot in the final, so looks pretty even at the moment.
Yeah, so it is Molly leading them out there. Stranraer may have been given some confidence by her fast swim this morning, 31.71, so 0.4 of a second ahead of Emmy Aitken, who's had a good meet for Aberdeen performance as well. And there was nothing between the two of them in the heats. Of course, they might not have been swimming in the same heats, so this may be the first time that they've raced against each other, but half a body length up it is for Molly Irvine-Watson from Stranraer.
As they come towards the 100 mark, you begin to find out who's paced it in a certain way, whether they've gone out a little bit too hard over the first 100, or whether they've saved a little bit for the second half of the race, trying to go as even as possible. It certainly looks as though there's been a wee change of gear now from the other girls in the race.
Yeah, some of these swimmers have had really busy programmes. They may be tired towards the end of the week. Others are just building into their meet. Most of these younger swimmers, in fact, I don't think any of them will have been down to the British Championships, with the exception of Kiana Kutsa, who we're not seeing in the next race. But Molly Irvine-Watson giving it a good go alongside her, perhaps in 3 Emmy Aitken. She was a medalist in the 200 metres butterfly, so we might see some endurance from her, and she's certainly doing her best to come up on terms. In third place, Warren de Bath swimmer, Kate Nolan. Kate looking really strong. I mean, she was a medalist in the 400 metres freestyle, I think it was. And she's really working hard down this final length of the 200 metres freestyle. Bit of endurance there. Oh, it's a really close race. Nothing to choose between the three of them. I think perhaps it is the Warren de Bath swimmer, Kate Nolan, just getting the better of them as they come in towards the finish. Kate Nolan just coming 5 metres to go. Kate Nolan's going to take us. Oh, it's going mighty close. Goodness gracious. So Emmy Aitken just sneaking through there at the end. How did she do that? 2:20.87 and 2:20.92 Kate Nolan. So Kate Nolan did have the fastest finishing pace, but just not quite enough to keep up with Emmy Aitken. Molly Irvine-Watson in the middle there, having to settle for third. It was a close race, we were right.
That's it. Great race, and then you can see the slight difference in pacing as well. I think Molly taking that one out and just running out of gas a little bit towards the last 25 as the other two girls coming through strong. And then just at the end, Emmy Aitken, you could just see the importance of getting the head down in the last 4 or 5 strokes. I think that's probably what wins it at the end of the day.
Yeah, all those swimmers, though, improving on their times from the heats this morning. Is that something that you think that the coaches should be working towards?
Absolutely, and I think especially at this level, getting used to having to swim a strong heat and then going faster in the final, I think that's extremely important when you go out with Scotland and you start competing against other people in the British Isles. Then you know you're going to have to put a strong heat in to make sure that you get a chance of getting yourself through to the final. And then there's the expectation of going a little bit faster, but that takes practice. as much as anything else. You can't just do it. It's the same as any other part of racing. You just have to learn and experience it.
Yeah, and these swimmers, especially in the 11 to 13 year age group, may never have swum heats and finals of a 200 metres freestyle before. So doing really well there to swim faster in the evening.
Just shows you what a close race can do, though.
Yeah. Yep. So anyway, in 0 we have Carrie Preacher, 1 Ellie Kennedy, 2 Madison Call, 3 Phoebe Arbuckle, 4 Freya Beaton, 5 Coco Croxford, 6 Sophie Allison, 7 Kirsten Mackay, 8 Alice Cumming, and in lane 9 Addison Cole. They're not quite as close on times from the heats this morning as they were for the 11 to 13 year olds. Freya Beaton looking pretty good there in the centre lane in lane 4 for City of Glasgow. Her entry time was 2:16.9.
Phoebe Arbuckle very strong in the distance events earlier on in the week as well. And she's the one that's taken on the lead just now, and I think the other swimmers need to make sure that they're in close order here, because there's always a chance that she just keeps on going.
Yeah, Phoebe Arbuckle had a really strong relay swim as well, and she has won the gold in the 4, the 8 and the 15, coming down to the 200 freestyle here and looking in good form, 1:05.36 with 100 to go. 0.6 ahead of in second place Freya Beaton, Sophie Allison just touching out Coco Croxford for third place at halfway. So Phoebe Arbuckle was the fastest entry into this, 2:12.8 her entry time into the meet. So swimming well within herself in the heats this morning, and that may be partly her experience that's allowing her to do that. 2:18 she swam, so 6 seconds outside her best time that she was entered on here. Junior team member again. So some quality swimmers coming through into that junior team. In second place, Freya Beaton, City of Glasgow.
Great, and Phoebe is just starting to pull away again as you see the 6-beat leg kick coming in. She was trailing her legs a little bit early doors, saving them for the end of the race, and looking really strong coming down this last 25.
Yeah, what a powerful swim from Phoebe Arbuckle, confident enough to be able to qualify, not swimming her fastest, 2:12.69, so inside her entry time. She's the East District champion, and now she's the Scottish National Age Group champion. Phoebe Arbuckle from Warren de Barson, second place Freya Beaton, City of Glasgow, and Coco Croxford coming through there in third, 2:15.85 it was for Freya Beaton. Good race.
Fantastic, yeah. And, the Glasgow girls really competing hard against each other to get themselves a silver or bronze in there, but Phoebe quite dominant.
Yes, it was quite clear in the end there, wasn't it? So well done Phoebe Arbuckle, Warren de Bars Club, Scottish National Age Group champion in the 200 metres freestyle. Medals will come up later. So moving on now to the girls 15-year age group 200 metres freestyle. A bit more experience. These girls will have been to Scottish National Age groups before. They may not have featured, we just don't know. It's a long time ago and I can't remember. So in lane 0 we've got Ella Pullman, Glenn Rothes in 1, Heidi Wren, City of Glasgow, 2 Tegan Black, East Lothian, 3 Mia McLeod from Swim, 8 and 4 Susie McNair first, 5 Ashley Drake, Warren de Bars Club, and 6 Catherine Renfrew, Perth City. In lane 7 Safrina Machin, City of Glasgow, 8 Paul McInnes, Hartlepool Midlothian, and in lane 9 Paris Mooney from City of Glasgow. So that's the swimmers up on the screen just now, and as we say, disappearing off.
It's clearly a first swimmer in this race as the drums start to bang out.
Yeah, what a racket. It's good. It's really good to hear the teams cheering on their swimmers, and obediently nice and silent for the start. Susie McNair from first, perhaps favourite to finish first in this one. She won the 100 and the 400. As we've said before, you do have to race the race, and of course, having said that, Ashley Drake, Warren de Bars Club, alongside her with a storming first 50 there.
Yep, taking it out and committing to the race right from the start. Again, it's quite hard to know how much effort has been put in at that stage. And one thing we do know that being strong down the last 50 is quite important.
Yeah, so Susie fastest into this for the event, 2:12 our entry time. Not that far outside it, 2:14.16 from the heats this morning, but it's still Ashley Drake, Warren Bath Club, taking it out there. Alongside her on the other side, Catherine Renfrew, Perth City. Both, in fact, all three of these girls have had a really good meet.
Look at this, as we've got 5 girls, 6 girls all turning there.
And Mia McLeod touching first, the only person we've not mentioned. No, 104.86 for Mia McLeod at the halfway mark. Mia McLeod, backstroke, so she's won a medal in the 50 backstroke. How versatile is that? Medal in the 50 backstroke and taking it out down the third 50 of the 200 metres freestyle, representing Swim It. This is going to be a blanket finish, Ali. Who are you going to call it?
Well, it's tricky, but I think maybe Susie maybe saved a little bit, so she's maybe going to be strong down the last 50 as well. But a race is a race, and of course it brings the best out of people. Very, very close just now.
Yeah, it was Amy, when she was commentating on the events down at the British Championship, she said the winner is the one that touches the wall at the end first, and I swear I wanted to use that. It's not the ones that are touching the wall at the halfway mark, and Susie McNair has timed this really well. Susie McNair, first swimmer, and you can hear the racket in the background for Susie McNair, just coming in towards the finish there. 2:11.36, so that's a smashing time for her. 2:11.96 for Mia McLeod, so that's a big improvement for Mia, and she'll be delighted with that silver medal, I'm sure. So
a great swim there from Susie too, from first, coached by the soon departing Andrew Addison.
Yes,
he's heading off to Ireland to take a position up out there. And we wish him all the best as well. But what a terrific swim from Mia McLeod there, 2:11.96, swimming from Swim It or Swim IT, and really, really tackled that with a great bit of verve, didn't she? And coming down the last 50, hung in there, worked her socks off, almost got her hand in first.
Yeah, really good to see, and it was Catherine Renfrew, in fact, that came through to take the bronze medal, just touching out Ashley Drake, the early leader there. I mean, Ashley Drake did take it out, and really all respect to her for doing that.
Committed to the race,
yeah. Yeah, just couldn't quite hang on there, though, at the end. So medals for the 200 metres freestyle, the 11 to 13-year-olds and the 14-year-olds just being presented there now by our meet director. His name escapes me.
Leslie Prentice.
Thank you for helping me out there. You know, it's one of those things.
Well, I knew there was a reason I was here.
Oh, dear me. So, bronze medal in the 11 to 13-year age group, Molly Irvin-Watson and Coco Croxford in 14, the 11 to 13-year-olds. Kate Nolan taking the silver for Warren Bath Club, Freya Beaton in the 14-year age group for City of Glasgow. And here she is, our national age group champion in the 11 to 13-year age group for Aberdeen Performance, Emmy Aitken. And a great race there for Phoebe Arbuckle to win that and become our national age group champion for the 14-year-olds representing Warren Bath. Another array of swimmers up on the podium.
Absolutely, absolutely. It shows you.
Please interrupt me whenever you want, Ali. You know, right. I mean, I will just witter on to myself. I'm practicing for later on when I know you're giving the presentation.
Sure, the listeners are loving your witterings.
Oh, I don't mind. It's so funny, actually, because I mean, everybody says, "Oh, you've got a lovely, loud and clear voice." And I say, "Yes, I know. It means you can hear all my mistakes." Anyway, so next race up is the girls 16 years, 200 metres freestyle. And they're just making their way up towards the blocks now. In lane 0, we have Melissa Mainwaring representing Swim West Lothian. In lane 1, Alex Coy, Warren Bath Club. In lane 2, representing Midlothian, Chloe Barron. So Elise Sophia Kendall goes for Corby in lane 3, and in lane 4, Jessica Heaps from Fauldhouse. In lane 5, another swimmer from Swim West Lothian, Natalie Marshall. 6, Eleanor Ross, Highland Swim Team. In lane 7, Alice Mackey, Heart of Midlothian. Going for Milguy and Bearsden in lane 8, Sarah Stewart, and in lane 9, Sarah McCarty, City of Glasgow. This is really tight from the heats this morning. I'm not sure where this one's going to go.
It's a pretty difficult one, but there's, I think, probably winners from all over the pool here. It could come from any lane.
Yes, I mean, Melissa Mainwaring, she's got some start on her, hasn't she?
She's got some lovely skills. I was watching her in the 400 IM earlier in the week as well, and you could see that the underwater section of her swimming really is excellent. But it looks like the middle lanes at the moment just taking it out. Jessica Heaps perhaps from Fauldhouse.
Yeah, Jessica Heaps has had a really good meet so far. Melissa Mainwaring, I don't know, I mean, I would tend to think of her as being a backstroke swimmer, but she's swimming pretty well out there in lane 0.
Yep, and sometimes when you're out in the old saying, if you've got a lane, you've got a chance. And sometimes when you're in the outside lane, nobody can see you. And actually, you could take advantage of that. And it's certainly like she's just sneaking a wee bit ahead at the moment. But again, it comes down to that pacing. Maybe she's gone out a little bit too strong. And of course, don't forget somebody like Stella McCarty down at the bottom here in lane 9, who's been pretty strong across the fly events as well. So might well have something in the tank come the end of the race. But it looks like Jessica Heaps just starting to make the move in the middle of the pool.
Yeah, Jessica Heaps, the silver medal winner in the 2. This is the 2 in the 4 and the 8, and she's looking good for this one as well. I think Stella McCarty, City of Glasgow, perhaps just a bit too short a distance for her, but she's still looking pretty good. Just don't know where she's going to turn it on towards the back line, but I think she's got just a bit too much to do. So Stella. Yes, I mean, she's there sitting in 5th position and 3 seconds back from Jessica Heaps. Jessica Heaps looking good down this final 50.
Natalie Marshall just starting to pick up the pace a little bit there, but it's probably going to be a little bit too late. But looks like a real positive swim from the West Lothian youngster there.
Yeah, so teammate of our early leader, Melissa Mainwaring, really turning it on down this final 50. Don't think she's going to take Jessica Heaps, but mighty close at the finish. Jessica Heaps gets that one. First place for her, 2:12.68. Natalie Marshall in second, 2:13.45. Stella McCarty coming through with the third there, 2:13.99 from the outside lane. So good swim for her as well.
Yeah, great swim from Jessica Heaps. She's a real tough cookie when it comes to these events. She's done a range of events this week and shown her tough attitude to all of her races when she's got stuck in there, and there she gets a reward in winning the 200.
Yeah, one of the things I'm really enjoying at this meet is some of the swimmers are trying things that you wouldn't normally see, and as we say that, we've got Katy Shanahan, who we haven't seen swimming 200 meters freestyle probably since before the lockdown, certainly not at a high level meet. I mean, she's just come back from the British Champ. Oh my goodness, look at the blue swimmer. We'll see her in a minute. So she's just come back from the British Championships, where she was swimming the medley and the backstroke events, and here in swimming the 200 freestyle for City of Glasgow. Just to earn some points for them there, and it's, oh my goodness, look at that paint. Right, in 0, Anna Green, Warren de Bath. In 1, Holly McGill, Heart of Midlothian. 2, Elise Cousins, Perth City. 3, Mary Craig, Sterling Swim. In lane 4, Katy Shanahan. In 5, Natasha Simpson. 6, Drew Mackenzie with the blue paint on absolutely everywhere. 7, Catherine Bailey. In 8, Isabel Wood, and in lane 9, Jory Horn. Do you think that's slippy paint?
Well, I don't know. They might all be disappeared by the time she gets out.
Yes. Oh, our referees have obviously allowed it. It's not like Greece, is it? So
olive oil all over. Slip through the water a little bit quicker.
Be interesting to see how Katy goes. I think she came in on a 2:03, 2:06.41 she swam this morning. Just outside that, leading off the City of Glasgow 4x200 freestyle relay team. And Natasha Simpson. So she's a silver medal winner in the 400 free, so no mean swimmer. Drew Mackenzie taking it out though.
Well, it's interesting, and I think sometimes you got to use your strengths, haven't you? And we know that Drew's quite quick. 57 low on the 100 freestyler in the week as well, and she's been swimming really, really well, even though doing a broad range of events. But Natasha Simpson, I think she had a great swim in the 400 freestyle, a really good positive swim there. She swam 4:23.9, I think it was, something like that. And also Catherine Bailey, so I'd expect Catherine Bailey to come strong towards the back end of the race, possibly Natasha, but it's Katy Shanahan taking it out just now.
Yeah, Catherine Bailey. I was astonished to hear that she's never actually won a national age group title until this year, and she's got a whole host of them this year, so she's having a really good meet and in a range of events as well, so in the medley and the butterfly as well. Katy Shanahan taking it out though. She turned first at the halfway mark, 1:00.17. Just a bit faster than she was this morning. What's your thoughts?
Well, I think she'll be trying to get as close to that 2:03 marker as she can, and she's back in training after being away, and what's that splits there is a 31.3, so I don't think she's going to be a million miles away from that. Maybe a 2:03 flat or 2:03.6, something like that. She might come in and around. It depends on how hard she pushed it, but there's Drew Mackenzie now, just really knuckling down with Natasha Simpson.
And look at Catherine Bailey there coming through, so she's putting on a stormer down. I don't think she's going to catch Natasha Simpson or Drew Mackenzie, but she's given it a jolly good go. Katy Shanahan though, head down just towards the finish, and there she is. She's looking quite tired at the end there, but 2:03.71, that's a great time for Katy Shanahan. Drew Mackenzie did hang on to keep second place there, 2:06.09. Natasha Simpson hanging on again for the bronze medal, 2:06.49 from a rapidly closing Catherine Bailey, who's going to have to settle for fourth.
Yeah, that's a really positive swim there from Katy Shanahan. I think she'll be quite pleased with that, or as pleased as Katy gets with that sort of thing, but I think 2:03.7 at this stage for her. A good swim, but great swimming there from Drew Mackenzie and Natasha Simpson as well. Two real good 2:06s in there and showing a little bit of progress, which is great to see.
Yeah, and those two are still junior swimmers. Do we know what's happening with the junior selections
for the European juniors?
I don't know. Is there any other competitions taking place?
No, I think so. The European juniors team, I think, has been selected. I don't think it's been announced as yet, but I think that should be imminent. I think British Swimming are intending to take quite a strong but quite a large team to the Europeans. I think that's absolutely spot on. A really positive approach, trying to get more juniors back in the fold in terms of their racing as well. And international racing brings such great experience for youngsters as well, as they try to make the transition from the top end of junior swimming into the senior ranks.
Yeah, well, I won't put you on the spot and ask who there is there, but anyway, that was a cracking swim from two junior swimmers there. So they'll have another year at the national age groups, assuming the format stays the same with capping them off at 18. Anyway, our bronze medal winners in the 15-year age group, Catherine Renfrew. I can't even think. Stella McCarty taking the bronze for City of Glasgow. Silver medal winner there, Mia McLeod from Swim It, and silver medalist Natalie Marshall, Swim West Lothian. So our gold medalist in her beautiful skirt there, representing First. They've really got into the spirit of things, haven't they?
Absolutely.
So
the drumming technique needs a little bit of refinement, I think.
Yeah. So Andrews for certainly last of this stint. Scottish National Age Group champion Susie McNair, the National Age Group champion, and in the 16-year age group it's Jessica Heaps from Faulthouse Penguins. 17, 18-year-old medalists, the bronze medal winner Natasha Simpson, Warren DeBar's club, and there's Drew Mackenzie receiving her silver medal win from Leslie Prentice again, and the gold medalist Katy Shanahan, City of Glasgow, looking like the Hulk. Oh, the Hulk turns green, doesn't he? Not blue. Who's blue? Is it Mr. Frost or something?
It's way over my head. I can't remember anything blue apart from the Smurfs. I think they're blue, weren't they?
Oh, the Smurfs. Yeah, that's who I mean. Yeah, blue Smurf. Yeah, so good swimming there in that 200 metres freestyle. So what's up next, Ali? We've got the 100 metres freestyle, and we'll start with the young boys. So that's next up for your for your delight this evening. 100 metres freestyle for boys, so a bit more of a dash. And it's 11 to 13-year-old boys first. In lane 0, we have Harris Woodward representing Portobello. Portobello having a bit of a resurgence as well, I think.
Say that again, couldn't quite hear you.
No, I couldn't either. Portobello having a good meet.
Oh, great meet. And Coach May and out there in Edinburgh does a terrific job, and it's great to see some more youngsters from that club coming through to the Scottish age groups.
Yeah, I'm loving it. So in lane 1 we have Alfie Price, Orkney, and some island swimmers coming down. We've got quite a few clubs and swimmers from Shetland and some from Orkney too. In lane 2, Fraser van der Meulen, Sterling Swim. In 3, Dylan Mitchell, Warren de Bath. Lane 4, Conor Aspinall, East Lothian. In lane 5, Callum Stewart, Highland. 6, Tyler Cooch, Shetland, another island swimmer. In 7, Lachlan Small, Sterling Swim. In lane 8, Callum Mackenzie, Perth City. And in lane 9, Lewis Lothian from East Lothian. So let's have a look and see how our young men are looking in the 100 metres freestyle. Can you talk us through this one, Ali?
For sure, I think it'll be quite a close race, to be honest with you. I think once again, a winner could come from any of the lanes, to be honest with you. I think what's great here is that you touched on it there. There's such a range of clubs in this one. Well, it's some from right from the north, and we have them up in Shetland, and then all the way through down to the Central Belt as well. But it looks like it is Conor Aspinall that's taking the lead on this one.
Yeah, Conor Aspinall, the winner of the 200, so one might suspect that he would come back quite well. And he is in a favoured lane there, but a strong swim from Tyler Cooch, Shetland. And he's looking pretty good for the silver. Don't discount Callum Stewart from Highland Swim. So actually from everywhere, aren't they, in these younger age groups? Some of the community clubs, not necessarily in the cities, and looking really good. I think it is going to be Conor Aspinall, another gold medal for him in the 100 to put alongside his one from the 200. It's still just painfully outside that 1 minute mark. I'm sure that was a target for him. 1:00.66 he swam this morning, but it does improve on his entry time, so good for him. Second did go to Tyler Coots, Shetland swimmer, and Callum Stewart in 3rd place representing Highland Swim Team.
Yeah, good swim there from Conor, just about breaking the magic minute barrier on that swim. Great to see Tyler Coots getting himself a silver medal there as well. And great, Callum Stewart from Highland as well, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not sure which club Callum's from. I'm sure somebody will tell me. So North doing well there. Not quite catching Conor Aspinall though from East Lothian. Right, so this is our next final up. In lane 0 we have Ishmael Shalaby from Warren de Bath Club. In 1, Eamon Jaridi from Royal Wolverhampton. In 2, Kenzie McLean, Perth City. In lane 3, Corey Phillip, Dundee City Aquatics. Miss Dean Fern there. In lane 4, Aberdeen Dolphins. In 5, Lewis Gibson, North Ayrshire. Lane 6, Harry Sharp, Warren de Bath Club. In lane 7, Ross Anderton, East Lothian. Lane 8, Taylor Hutton from Ingers. And in lane 9, Adam Prusik, Aberdeen Dolphins.
Now, can you tell me, is it Aberdeen Dolphin or Aberdeen Dolphins?
It's Aberdeen Dolphin. I always call it Dolphins.
I'm not quite sure. That seems to be like missing an S.
Yes. Right, it does have one dolphin on the side, and I'm not sure the origin of the name. Again, I'm sure somebody will tell me. Dean Fern has got to be the favourite for this one, I would think. Just 14 years, recently 14 years as well, so he has got a bit more time to bring his time down again, but he is a very powerful swimmer there in lane 4 from Aberdeen Dolphins.
Very strong out on the first 50 there, and let's see how he goes round the walls. Pretty decent as he turns in 26.7. It's not bad for a 14-year-old.
No, that was pretty speedy. 57.06 he swam in the heats this morning. So his entry time 57.18. So that was actually an improvement on his entry time this morning. I fancy he'll go faster again this evening. But Lewis Gibson giving it a good shot from North Ayrshire, currently sitting in the silver medal position, and he's alongside Dean Fern's shoulder. But Dean Fern just taking that one, 57.03, so that's another small improvement for him. Lucy Gibson in second and Corey Phillip in third. And I told you that somebody would tell me where our Highland swimmer come from. He's from Loch Harbour.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. So we've had swimmers from Stranraer, we've got from Loch Harbour, we've had island swimmers, so full range there, really.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. So Loch Harbour swimmer. Loch Harbour, a recent addition to and to the North District as well. So
brilliant.
Operating out of their pool. They've got a very supportive pool. In fact, their name, I think their long name is Loch Harbour Leisure Centre Swim Team or something. Please don't tell me what their proper name is, but it's something along those lines, so they're very well supported there.
Very good, very good. Good knowledge, Lynn, good knowledge.
Well, it's my neck of the woods, isn't it? Well, Loch Harbour isn't really. Right, what am I doing here? So these are the finalists for the boys 15 years 100 metres freestyle. Logan van der Meulen, Callum Sinclair, Edward Bell, Kane Buchanan, Evan Davidson, Ben King, Zach Slater, Callum Gold, Finley Nelson and Torrin Liversedge. It goes to show that people are watching the live stream, Ali.
That's good. We're delighted that people are watching, and even if you want to watch it and don't want to listen to us, you can always turn the sound down.
Yes. So great camera work here from our live stream team. Yeah, turn the volume down. So Evan Davidson, we've already seen lead out in that first event that we saw for Perth City, the 200 metres individual medley. And he's in the seeded lane for the final here, and top favourite, I would say, in this 100 freestyle, I think.
Yeah, and again, you can see his stroke there, very strong, leg kick, very long stroke, very smooth, hitting up on top of the water as well. There's a wee bit of Robbie Rennick in him, that's what it kind of looks like. And an excellent first 50 out, 25.7, that's not hanging about.
No, that's really speedy. Unlike Robbie Rennick, he looked like he threw up a fair bit of splash there. Robbie, always a very smooth turner, didn't throw any water out on the side. Everybody wanted to judge his lane. But Evan Davidson, we shouldn't be talking about Robbie Rennick. What a fantastic swim he's putting in here, just to come in towards the finish there, and a time of 53.72. That is super speedy. 53.72, I think that's an improved time for Evan Davidson. I'm not aware of the time he swam down at the British Championships, but that was a really good time there.
But Zach Slater coming in at 55.8, and that's a very good swim as well. Zach from East Lothian. Yeah,
53.51 actually Evan swam down at the British Championships, so just outside that. No big surprise at the end of 2 weeks of competition, but really good swim there for him.
I'm trying to get the right name here. Finished third in that race.
Yeah, someone's just getting a bit too excited about that. We'll see them up on the podium, won't we?
Yeah. Callum Sinclair, I think it was, wasn't it? Callum Sinclair.
Yes.
That's
from right. Good swim. Yeah.
Very good swim.
So here are our medalists for the boys 11 to 13 and boys 14 years 100 metres freestyle. Bronze medal winner, Callum Stewart it was, Loch Harbour. Loch Harbour and Highland Swim Team. Bronze medal winner for him in the 11 to 13 year age group. Corey Phillip, Dundee City Aquatics, the bronze medal winner in the 14 year age group. Medals being presented by past president Eddie Wilmot. He's also the chair of our jury appeal here at Tollcross for Scottish national age groups and a life member of the SASA. Good for you, Eddie. Right, so our silver medal winner in the 11 to 13 year age group, Tyler Coates from Shetland. Shetland Hurricanes, I think they're called now, aren't they? Is that so? Peter Peterson's
Peter
club?
Peterson, yeah, absolutely. He'll be absolutely delighted.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
With that.
Points and a medal for Tyler Coates. Well done. Our silver medal winner from North Ayrshire for the 14 year age group. And here's our Scottish national age group champion, looking absolutely delighted, from East Lothian, Conor Aspinall, 11 to 13 year age group champion. And Dean Fern, representing Aberdeen Dolphins, is our 14 year age champion.
And Aberdeen Dolphin having a pretty decent meet here in Glasgow, coached by Laura Bowie.
Yes, I've got a good coaching team at Aberdeen Dolphins, very strong. A number of them took advantage of the blended learning programs that were available to upskill and train during the lockdown. And quite a few of them here, actually. Good to see.
Yep, really is.
So this is our 16-year final. And in lane 0, we have Fergus Woodward representing Portobello. I can't see him.
Still to arrive.
There he is.
There he is.
With the P on his cap. Scott Fleming is in lane 1, South Lanarkshire in lane 2, Saidar Gulen, Warrington Bath Club. In lane 3, Callum Peebles, East Lothian. In lane 4, Lucas Brown, Elgin. And in lane 5, Stefan Kravich, East Lothian. In lane 6, Ben Kelly, Warrington Bath Club. We are lane 7, Max Pelosi, City of Glasgow. In lane 8, Jonah Turnbull, Midlothian. And in 9, it's David Smith from Glenrothes. So Lucas Brown has had a really good meet. Stefan Kravich alongside him too. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to call this one. I'm fairly confident about where it is, but I don't want to spoil it. So, 100 metres freestyle, looking good for us in Scotland with these developing young men. What do you think?
Definitely some potential there. I think still at the transition between being a youth swimmer into a senior, still a way to go. So Stefan Kravitz there, 51.9 last week. But then that move into the 49 bracket, that takes a wee bit of time and a wee bit of maturity to get in there as well. But he's got time in his hands, of course. He's only, 16 years old. So.
Yeah, it wasn't that many years ago that we didn't have very many swimmers under 50, and now we have a pile of them under 49. So big competition, but yeah, Stefan Kravitz showing his potential there. He's grown, hasn't he? I think he's looking very long and strong.
Yeah.
Powering away at the front there. Lucas Brown and Ben Kelly to either side of him, perhaps in second and third, and also Callum Peebles, teammate swimming well there, 52.3, so just outside the time that we saw him swim last week for Stefan Kravitz. Another gold medal for him. 53.87 in second place it was for Callum Peebles, so his teammate, so East Lothian in first and second, and Lucas Brown 54.21 for him to take the bronze. That's a really fast time as well from Callum Peebles. He came into the meet on 54.51, so just to drop below the 54, every little bit helps.
I think so. I think he'll be quite pleased with that, getting into the 53s. And again, he's been another one that's done a range of events this week as well. I know it's the age groups, and obviously there's a team element to this as well, but I think at that age it's really important to keep the broad range of events. With 15, 16 years old, then you've still got to keep some of those avenues open.
Yeah, so that's is that a coaching decision, do you think, or?
I think it's very much driven by the coach, isn't it? And certainly from a Scottish swimming perspective, we would be encouraging age groupers to be multi-stroke swimmers, multi-event swimmers, and not get too focused on specifics. Likewise, not too focused on the sprint events at an early age as well. It can always come down to them later on in their development, but it would certainly, I think it's a coach-led decision-making processes around what athletes should be swimming in events and focusing on in training.
Yeah, and those coaches, do you think, making those decisions as to which events are entered in this meet?
I think by and large that's the way it works. I'm sure there's some places where maybe the athlete just decides and that's what they're doing, but I think coaches on the whole would be providing advice to athletes around which events to be entering.
Yeah. So our favourite probably for this one, Rory Mckinnon, City of Glasgow.
Yep, and Rory, a very quick out type of swimmer. He gets himself out in the first 50, as you can see there, out 24.1. That's not hanging about. And again, it'll be very interesting to see how his form is maintained down the last 25, or whether the effort of the first 50 just starts to take its toll. But he's still looking pretty good up there in lane number 4.
So Rory Mckinnon came in on time. 51.8 he swam down at the British Championships. Straight arm finish there, just in towards the end, just outside that, 51.88, very impressive for Rory. Murray Pritchard coming through to take second, 53.2, and William Storer in third. From a personal perspective, I'm delighted to see William Storer doing so well. He was a really good age group swimmer, drifted away just a little bit in those mid-teens, and coming back strong now at the age of 17. So third place for him.
That's great, and of course, in most cases, swimming at the higher levels of the sport tends to be when you move into the adult years. So it is great to see William coming back through again. He was never away, he was always there, just working away and developing. And it's great to see him 53 point under freestyle. That's pretty decent as well. So all moving in the right direction, and there's no doubt that he can continue to progress over the coming years.
Yeah. So William came in on time 54.3. So more improvements again for these swimmers all round. Loving it.
Absolutely, and I think the age groups itself, I think if you go around the pool deck and you speak to the athletes, they absolutely love the event. I think it's probably their favourite meet of the swimming season. They love being here, they love being with their team, and there's a pretty good atmosphere around. There's some decent numbers in the stand as well. It just makes such a big difference.
Yeah, so there's our bronze medal winner in the 15-year age group, representing Swim West Lothian, Callum Sinclair, and the bronze medal winner in the 16-year age group, Lucas Brown from Elgin. So moving on to our silver medal winners, Zach Slater, the silver medal winner from East Lothian Swim, and the silver medalist in the 16-year age group, another East Lothian swimmer, Callum Peebles. So here we are, our national age group champions and our gold medal winners. In the 15-year age group, the gold medalist is Evan Davidson, representing Perth City, who are having a cracking meet. And in the 16-year age group, the gold medal winner is Stefan Kravich, East Lothian. And there's the 17 and 18-year-old swimmers just moving up there to the podium. They'll receive their medals from Eddie Wilmot. So our bronze medal winner, just spoken about him there, from South Aberdeenshire, William Storer, Bankery swimmer. And the silver medalist is another Perth City swimmer. They are having a really good meet, aren't they?
Cracking meet, and
really good to see. So that's Murray Pritchard from Perth City.
And Dixon here with Perth City, stalwart of Scottish swimming and Scottish coaching. Of course, produced the likes of Stephen Millen and Camilla Hattersley. Stephen, one of the few Scottish swimmers, or few swimmers full stop, that has managed to win a medal at every major international meet, which I think is absolutely phenomenal.
And Scott too. So our gold medal winner and Scottish national age group champion, Rory Mckinnon, City of Glasgow. We're fairly whizzing through this programme. So next up, we have the 100 metres breaststroke. You mentioned the swimmers and how much they were enjoying the meet, having good fun. I've actually heard a couple of parents, and I was really gratified to hear them outside just saying, did you enjoy that? Did you have fun? Not what time did you do? And I think we want to encourage that with our parents. It was really nice to hear that. What are the coaches saying about the meet?
I think the coaches have been extremely positive about it. Coaches being coaches, there's always one or two things that we'll no doubt need to have a wee look at. But overall, I think they're absolutely delighted that the approach taken to get as many swimmers into the meet as possible, it's been extremely positive from that perspective. And they're fairly pragmatic about the racing as well, which I think they're all really, really enjoying. Sometimes when you just look at the times and perhaps the times aren't where you want them to be, that can be a wee bit dangerous as well sometimes, because you can get over fixated on the time. But there's been some fantastic racing here, and the swimming and the racing, it's much more than just the time, if you like. It's about how you actually approach your racing, what your preparation is being, the processes that you actually go through to put the performance in the water. So I think the coaches have been really focusing in those areas, but really enjoying the meet nonetheless.
And what about your perspective as the Director of Aquatics for Scottish Swimming? Do you think that this meet is a showcase? I mean, we've got some great live streaming. We've got spectators in the gallery. Your thoughts?
Well, for me personally, I love swimming, and I love watching young kids coming through the ranks. So the age groups is always one of the favourite meets of the year. So I'm slightly biased from that perspective, but in terms of the way that it's produced, it's obviously a showcase for us as an organisation. It shows us off in a really good light. I think the way that the athletes that handle themselves, the fact that we've got multiple volunteers that come in and support the meet as well, which we couldn't do without the spectators and the parents in the crowd, who again had fortunate enough to speak to some parents today who'd been absolutely loving the meet as well. So I think for us as an organisation, it's one of those meets where it kind of brings everything together, which I think is exceedingly important. And then from a swimming perspective, of course, you've also got to look at it in terms of the quality of the performances as well. But there's no doubt that having 2 years of a bit of a hiatus in there, that has an impact on the sport. But there's no doubt that we're on that road to recovery, but we'll need to keep on working hard to keep the sport moving forwards as well. But it's been absolutely fantastic. Great to see some new swimmers in the water. Great to see everybody back together again. Great to see the coaches all on the deck together, reforming those friendships that they've maybe been missing out on over the last few years.
Yeah, those connections so important in swimming. We've been discussing it amongst ourselves as volunteers. Personally, I have more friends from my swimming days than I do from my school days, and it's quite a community that we've got there, and really good product to sell, not just in terms of the performance swimming and age group swimming that we've got here, but learn to swim as well. You know, we've got a really cohesive swimming community, and we really need to sell that as best as we can. Anyway, our next event up, I'm not sure what the flight delay was, but it gave us the opportunity to talk about that. I've got another couple of questions that I'll ask you later, but it's 100 metres breaststroke up next, and the girls 11 to 13 years. In lane 0, Eva Robertson, Highland Swim. In lane 1, Kate Gillies, Renfrew Baths. Lane 2, Jessica Kirkwood, Aberdeen Performance. In lane 3, Ella Thompson, Perth City. In lane 4, Madison Christophorus, Aberdeen Dolphins. Evie Mackey in lane 5, South Lanarkshire. In lane 6, Leonie Bedborough, Incas. In 7, Molly Irvin Watson, Stranraer. In lane 8, Emily Jackson, Newcastle. And in lane 9, Kaja Masterman from Lerwick. So all over the place again. The swimmers we've got from Shetland, we've got from Stranraer, we've got travellers up from England, and some city swimmers as well, Highland swim team. I think Madison Christophorus swam the heats this morning from an early heat, 1:21.44, massively improving her time. I don't know if she surprised herself, she's just 12. Alongside her, Ella Thompson from Perth City, also 12, and amongst the fastest through into this heat.
And breaststroke, one of those strokes that actually, if it clicks, then suddenly you can make massive improvements.
And look at her going down there, Aberdeen Dolphin swimmer. I think that, and it can just as well click out, can't
exactly,
it?
Yes.
Surprisingly, but Madison Christophorus' breaststroke certainly seems to have clicked, and she may have surprised herself this morning, swimming in an early heat with that super fast time to 1:21.44. She will be full of confidence this evening. In the centre lane, closest to her, Evie Mackey from South Lanarkshire. Evie Mackey already a medalist in the butterfly events, actually. So Zara Kravic opting out of this one. She is the winner of the 50 and the 200, but Madison looking great, don't you think?
Yep, Madison doing a great job. Took it on from the start. Nice rhythm, decent length. Looks very tidy on the technical side. And she looks as though she's going to take it with just 6 or 7 metres to go.
Yeah, kicking really strongly, finishing her kick with her legs in a tilty streamline position and reaching towards the finish, accelerating there, 120.31, another improvement. I'm sure she'll be chuffed to bits. In second place, Evie Mackey, 121.44, adding to her medal tally, should I say. Missed the fact that Jessica Kirkwood didn't actually take to the water there, but in third place it was Ella Thompson, 123.47 for the bronze. So having had a little bit of a break, everybody, it's all going hell for leather now. So our 14-year-old swimmers coming up to the blocks just now. In lane 0, Isla Gilmurray, Dundee City Aquatics. In lane 1, Alana Wilson, North Lanarkshire Swim Team. In lane 2, we'll wait for the Sydney Boyd, Midlothian. In lane 3, Kiana Kurtzer, Warrington Bath Club. 4, Niamh Savary, Newcastle. In lane 5, Madeline Patterson, City of Glasgow. In lane 6, Orla Henderson, Shetland. In lane 7, Carrie Preacher, Lerwick. In lane 8, Mirren Gibbs, Stranraer. And in lane 9, Kimberly Willis, South Ayrshire. It's fascinating the range of different clubs that these swimmers come from. I think some of the smaller clubs quite often producing breaststroke swimmers on those smaller numbers of hours that they get in the water. Who knows what the theory is. Anyway, Niamh Savary, the favourite for this one, 119.75. I say the favourite, she's in lane 4, so the fastest time from this morning. So Niamh, the bronze medal winner in the 50. Madeline Patterson, the gold medal winner, and the 200. So it'll be interesting to see all the tactics. Breaststroke, your thing, Ali?
Well, it's never my thing as a swimmer, let's put it that way. But maybe people would say that swimming as a swimmer was never my thing anyway.
I've heard it said.
Yeah. But I love breaststroke because there's so many different ways of doing it. There are some key principles that probably need to be in place, like the getting into a streamline position after every stroke as well. Absolutely crucial. Trying to make sure that your body's not is quite as narrow as possible, the vessel is as narrow as possible, and you can multiply every bit of propulsion that you get going forward. But here we have Niamh taking it out and just carrying on down the last 25, and she looks pretty strong at the moment.
Yeah, looking very strong towards the finish there. Niamh Savary, she's come up from Newcastle. Not a Scot, but lovely to see her here. We welcome the English swimmers to the Scottish national age groups, and that's a good time for her there to take that one. Niamh Savary 118.14, so another improvement. Madeline Patterson coming through to take the silver. For City of Glasgow, 120.07. That's an improvement for her, and only just behind Kiana Kurtzer, 120.32. So Kiana, another swimmer who we've seen in a full range of events, different strokes, different distances, the whole caboodle she's been doing this weekend. Yeah. Well, this week. This whole week.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but yeah, she's probably a little bit more prominent in the backstroke, maybe in the fly, that sort of thing. But great to see her swimming the breaststroke as well. And 120 is pretty handy at that age.
Yeah, but our gold medal winner there, though, Niamh Savary from Newcastle Swim Team. Next up, we have the girls' 15 years 100 metres breaststroke. Perhaps more familiar with the Scottish national age groups, and a bit more of a difference between the best swimmers, or the fastest swimmers going through. Yeah, fastest, not the best. The fastest swimmers going through from the heats this morning. Anyway, in lane 0, we have Rebecca Cole. They seem to be taking their time to come out onto the poolside. I don't think there's an issue. Just coming to the end of a long day after a long 5 days. In lane 0, we have Rebecca Cole representing South Lanarkshire. In lane 1, Charlotte Thompson, Midlothian. I think Rebecca Cole, is she from Lark Hall? Maybe originally, I don't know. Anyway,
Rebecca Cole?
Yeah.
Yes.
So in lane 1, Charlotte Thompson, Midlothian. In lane 2, Mai Rogers, Warrington Baths Club. In lane 3, Ailey Robertson, South Ayrshire. 4, Charlotte Hardy, South Ayrshire. In lane 5, Kirsty Neal from Bishop Strawford. 6, Katie Coventry, Tynemouth. In lane 7, Perry Scobby. Sterling Swim. In 8, Sophie Maguire, Guildford City. And in lane 9, Tegan Black, East Lothian. So I spoke about the swimmers coming down from the islands. Of course, our British champion, Cara Hanlon, originally from Swim Western Isles. I don't think there's any Western Isles swimmers here at these age group championships, but she's shown remarkable, I think, resilience coming down from a small island programme, now in the University of Edinburgh programme, and a British champion.
Indeed, I was absolutely delighted for Cara. She's from an excellent race last week to win the 100 breaststroke. Really, really big achievement as well, and of course posting a Scottish aquatics nomination time for the Commonwealth Games as well, so she was in great form.
Yeah, and I love to see the swimmers coming down from the north. We have a lot of swimmers we race in the north and coming down to some of the university programmes. Of course, some staying with the University of Aberdeen and making it through into the senior ranks. And it's Charlotte Hardy at the moment, South Ayrshire. South Ayrshire, a bit of a reputation for breaststrokers as well, of course.
Indeed, Charlotte actually now, just at the start of last season, moved down to train in Millfield, which is where she does most of her training there with Coach Livingston down there.
Duncan McKinnell mentioned that this morning, and I'd completely forgotten. It's been a long, long day. Anyway, it's Ailey Robertson and Kirsty McNeil fighting it out there for second place to either side of Charlotte Hardy. Charlotte Hardy looking really smooth there, coming in towards the finish. 1:13.38 she swam this morning. Inside that now, 1:12.56 to take the win for the 15-year-old girls. Kirsty Neal in second, 1:15.12 for Bishop Stortford. And Ailey Robertson taking third there, 1:15. Oh, look at that, a hug at the end of it. I love the way our swimmers are supporting each other. There has been lots of just camaraderie, not just amongst or within a team, but amongst the different teams as well. It's been really good to see.
Absolutely, and Charlotte Hardy there, 1:12.56. I think that's a small improvement on our personal best as well. Actually, I think she was just round about there last week when she was swimming down in Sheffield, or up in Sheffield, I suppose it was for her. But a great swim that was, really, really good swim, and still one or two things to improve upon if you look around the walls and maybe at the finish as well, so still things to improve to help her take that next step.
Yeah, so interesting to hear that she's down in Millfield. I think these school programmes have got a lot to offer, putting everything underneath one roof, and you've already mentioned Strathallan up in Scotland. We have the Glasgow School of Sport as well here in Glasgow. Anyway, let's look at our medalists. Bronze medal winner from Perth City in the 11 to 13 year age group, Ella Thompson, and our bronze medalist in the 14 year age group, Kiana Kurtzer, Warrington Baths Club. Evie Mackey, that is, from South Lanarkshire. I think Evie Mackey is from Lanark, so South Lanarkshire come together. And in our silver medal winner in 14 year age group, Madeline Patterson, City of Glasgow. So here we are, these are our gold medalists. She looks so delighted with herself, that's wonderful.
It's a great smile.
It is Madison Christophorus, Aberdeen Dolphins, 12 years old. 12 years old this year, we don't know if she's 12 or not, and atop the podium, Scottish national age group champion. I wonder if she thought that this might happen. She might have dreamed it before she came down. It is for her. And our gold medalist and Scottish Open age group champion from Newcastle, Niamh Savary. You'll see another presentation there for Madeline Patterson from City of Glasgow. So she's our national age group champion, the first Scot home.
It's always great to see athletes from different clubs, especially from those coming up from south of the border as well. I think it adds a slightly different dimension to the meet as well, and it gives additional competitiveness within the race and the different events as well. So it's great to see everybody coming up to the Scottish age groups, and I know they really enjoy it.
No, it's good to be able to see the swimmers coming up again. And I mean, some of them will be swimming it to qualified times for the British Summer Championships. I'm sure it's a great opportunity for them. I don't know who's that. Sorry. Right, this is our 16-year-old breaststrokers. In lane 0, Ailey Stewart, Warren de Bath. 1, Leah Bullock, South Lanarkshire. Lane 2, Amy McLeod, City of Glasgow. In lane 3, Sarah McNaughton, Warren de Bath. In 4, Lucy Stokes, Dundee City Aquatics. In lane 5, Chloe Bowen from Bath University. In 6, Alyssa Goodbrand, Itham. In 7, Ailey Armstrong, East Lothian. 8, Ella McGeorge, Cooper. And in lane 9, Isla McDonald, Highland. So that's the swimmers in this next final up on the screen for you there now. So quite a fun atmosphere. I think it is Easter weekend. Chocolate after the meet, do you think, Ali?
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to my roast lamb when I get back.
Yeah, well, I won't be home until about 11 o'clock or something. But, I won't be having roast lamb. I might be having bath in bed. Anyway, the race. Lucy Stoves, Dundee City Aquatics, a pink cap in the middle and looking good just as she approaches 30 metres down. So this is our 16-year age group. Lucy Stoves, the winner of the 50, Chloe Bowen, the winner of the 200, and they're pretty much neck and neck as we come in towards halfway. Just a tenth separating them. Where's he going to go?
Well, I was just thinking before this one started, I reckon it was going to be quite close, because actually on the 200 there was a bit of a tussle, and it just looks like Lucy Stoves coming alongside now, looking very, very positive on that one now. She just takes a half body length advantage.
Really undulating stroke there, Lucy Stoves. Her hips coming up very high and working extremely hard. You can tell the effort that she's putting in there. Really powerful pull. Lovely to see her coming home there. I think she is going to manage to take this. Chloe Bowen coming back really rapidly towards the finish, but it is Lucy Stoves just gets that one. 1:14.68 for the win for Lucy Stoves. Chloe Bowen from Bath University coming through there into second place. Third going to Amy McLeod, a City of Glasgow swimmer. You can probably hear the racket in the background as she came through in third place there. So 1:16.65 it was for Amy McLeod.
Yep, really close finish for the bronze in that race. Amy just touching out Sarah McNaughton from Warren de Bath there, but even on day 5 we're getting those real tight finishes, which I think is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, some of the events we've seen have been clear outstanding favourites, and we've also seen some fantastic racing across all of the age groups and all of the events, and that's lovely to see. Anyway, in lane 0 for our final heat of the 100 metres breaststroke. Sorry, our final should I say. In lane 0, Glenrada McGregor, Warren de Bath. In 1, Yasmin Ali, Warren de Bath. 2, Anna de Gross at best. 3, Erin Taylor Finns. In 4, Kira Davidson, City of Glasgow. 5, Amy Watson, Inverclyde. In 6, Nuala Galgiri. 7, Naomi Maguire, City of Leicester. In lane 8, Sophie Hall, Warren de Bath. And in lane 9, Fern Crichton, Perth City. Naomi Maguire, another swimmer coming up from England, representing City of Leicester in her Titans cap. So who's going to take this one, Ali? I wonder who won the 50 breaststroke. It was Amy Watson in the 50, and she's in lane 5. Kira Davidson had to settle for the silver medal in that one.
Yeah, Erin Taylor, I think, in all of those races has been extremely committed to the race, so it wouldn't surprise me if she is able to get herself up there again. But Amy Watson, she looks as though she's just taken the lead there in that first 25.
Yes, we'd expect her to go out hard, wouldn't we? Erin won the 200 metres breaststroke, so we can expect her to come back strong. But Amy Watson is lane 5, really taken this one out, hasn't she? Very low turn.
Yeah, 33.9 out is going out quite quickly. And she's very brave, very brave. And I suppose when you do that, what you're trying to say is get in front. But now starts to look as though Kira Davidson's coming through into the last 25 now. And don't discount Erin Taylor, who's just coming in lane number 3, just above.
Erin Taylor just working for Nuligau as well. In lane 6, Geary Cap, 200 more her distance, but I think Nuligau's timed this one really well. It's going to be really close towards the finish. Who's going to get that one? Oh, just Kira Davidson, another gold medal for the City of Glasgow team. Nuligau sneaking through there for second place for Geary. You see her on the podium, 1:13.51 for her, 1:13.44, mighty close finish there. Third place for Erin Taylor, representing Finns.
What a fantastic race that was.
That was
absolutely brilliant.
Super exciting.
And it was coming from all directions, wasn't it? You know, so Erin Taylor just being off the pace a little bit after the first 50, but coming with 25 to go, half a body length down, almost getting her hands in there. Absolutely phenomenal, but Kira just managing to pace it absolutely spot on, having enough in the tank with 10 to go and just getting it on the finish. But I thought Nuligau was going to come right the way through and take it as well. She's a very good 200 breaststroker, and certainly just about timed the finish to perfection.
Yes, it was on the nod, wasn't it? Just like you say, Kira Davidson timing her finish really well. So another medal presentation coming up. Is that Lindsay? I can't tell who that is. It's not.
It is Lindsay Lewis.
So Lindsay, our team manager, I think, for
team manager for the Commonwealth Games, but also the meet manager for this event as well.
Yes, she's been here some long hours, hasn't she?
Yeah.
First one here in the morning. Well, I'm not going to say she was first here in the morning because I'm sure other people will contest it every single time. But certainly here very early in the morning and leaving last thing at night, some long days.
Absolutely, and a lot of work that goes on before we all get here, just to make sure that the meet is going to run smoothly. A lot of organisation that is required, and Lindsay does a great job.
She does. So our bronze medal winners were Ailey Robertson, South Ayrshire, and Amy McLeod, City of Glasgow. Silver medal winners Kirsty Neal, Bishop Stortford, and Chloe Bone from Bath University. Our gold medal winners and Scottish national age group champions Charlotte Hardy, from South Ayrshire in the 15-year age group. Our 16-year age group champion from Dundee City Aquatics, Lucy Stoves. And she looks delighted.
Quite right too.
Quite right too. Well done, Lucy.
Yeah.
So in the 17-18-year age group, bronze medal winner from Finns, Erin Taylor. And the silver medal winner, and also delighted about it, what a lovely wave, Nuligau from Geary. And our gold medal winner and Scottish national age group champion from the City of Glasgow, Kira Davidson.
Look at that. Look at this. 9 smiling young ladies. Absolutely great effort all round.
Could have been 10 if our events manager had waited there.
Yes.
Young ladies, 10 young ladies.
I'm not sure she'd have given us a smile, though.
She was smiling right enough as she was doing.
She was smiling yesterday when the football was on, that's for sure.
I think she'll be smiling when she goes home as well after this. So a very successful event. We're getting through it, you know, Ali.
Well, I just wanted to keep going.
Anyway, this is our first heat final, should I say, of the boys 50 metres backstroke, 11 to 13 years. Just coming up to the podium in lane 0, Kyle Connolly, representing the City of Glasgow. In lane 1, Ethan Collins, North Lanarkshire. Lane 2, Callum Stewart, Loch Arbour swimmer from Highland.
Well done.
Yes. Callum Mackenzie, Perth City. In lane 4, Conor Aspinall, East Lothian. In 5, Archie Lorimer, Clitheroe. In lane 6, Debbie Sengula from another Highland swimmer. Very good. In lane 7, Adam Merrick, North Lanarkshire. In lane 8, Kai Fern, younger brother of Dean. I should say that he's probably sick of that. Aberdeen Dolphins, but Kai in the final here. And Aaron Drake is in lane 9 representing Warren de Bath Club. So this is the 11 to 13 years boys of 50 metres backstroke. I expect they've been told by their coaches to hit the pad really hard down at the turn, and we did have some problems earlier on. I think they're all resolved now, so the race is on. Conor Aspinall, he's been on top of the podium in a couple of events, 200 free and the 100 back. So speak about a swimmer, of course, and you just see somebody go straight past him. Archie Lorimer from Clitheroe,
Yes.
really storming start there, super fast in lane 5, and I don't think he's going to be caught, Tally.
Nope, I think he's got this one sewn up. Took it right from the start. Put his stall out, and there you go. Oh, just a bit tight on the finish though in terms of his touch.
Yeah. Maybe faster than he's ever been before, so not perhaps realising quite how fast he was going.
Close to the wall, absolutely.
So I think he did catch it with his hand rather than his head, but that was a smashing for him there, Archie Lorimer from Clitheroe. Silver medal, I think. This is all subject to confirmation just because of the timing issues that we've had. Conor Aspinall 32.52 in second. Adam Merrick from North Lanarkshire coming through for third place. So our next finalists already up behind the block, and this is the 14-year final for 50 metres backstroke. In lane 0, Declan Kay from East Lothian. In lane 1, Eamon Juridi from Royal Wolverhampton School. In lane 2, Finlay Geddes, Lerwick. Lane 3, Adam Prusik from Aberdeen Dolphins, and in lane 4, Dean Fern, Aberdeen Dolphins. 5, Corey Phillip, Dundee City Aquatics. In lane 6, Ishmael Shalaby, Warranted Baths Club. In lane 7, James Geddes, Aberdeen Dolphins. In 8, Callum MacArthur, Mulgine Bearsden. And in lane 9, Dean Bargatti, South Lanarkshire. So this is the boys' 14 years 50 metres backstroke final. So 28.18, Dean Fern swam in the heats this morning. Great time. His first North District age groups, and looking really good, really strong.
I don't think we can see past him on this event. He was super quick this morning, and it looks like he's super quick straight away now.
So much power off the wall, really very close between the rest of the swimmers. Perhaps in lane 5, Corey Phillip, Dundee City Aquatics swimmer, just in second place in the second golden lane, lane 5. Dean won the 100 and Corey settled for silver, and here we are, Dean coming through towards the finish, just outside the time that he swam for this morning. He's not that far behind the Scottish age group record for 14-year-olds there. He's still got several months of being 14, so perhaps he'll get closer to that next time he swims. Lovely shot of Dean there, 28.26 for the win. Second place, Corey Phillip, 29.98. And the third place swimmer, James Geddes, 30.93. Right, we're fairly whizzing through these now. So next up we have the boys 15 years, 50 metres backstroke. No time wasting at all. And I think we go through all of these 50 metre events and do all of the medal presentations at the end. Anyway, in lane 0, Torrin Liversedge, South Aberdeenshire, Bankery swimmer. In lane 1, Edward Bell, Seagulls. 2, Jack Doherty Simpson in Scotia. In lane 3, Finlay Nelson, Dumfries. 4, Logan van der Meulen, Stirling Swim. 5, Robbie Boyd, Warranted Baths Club. In lane 6, we have Adam Scott, Wren 96. In lane 7, Dylan McCombie, South Aberdeenshire. Lane 8, Liam Koczynski, Monifeith. And in lane 9, Tom Armitage, another Highland swimmer. This is a very close one from the heats this morning. Logan van der Meulen, fastest through, 29.16.
Yeah, I think it's going to be close, and sometimes these things are decided on how good the start is and the transition into the stroke. Maybe this won't be any different.
No, Logan swum some really strong freestyle and backstroke during this meet. And there you go, just look at that. In lane 6, Adam Scott, Wren 96. He's had a good meet as well. winner of the 100 back.
And you can just see that Adam Scott got off to a great start. He used the full 15 and he came up ahead of everybody else now. It looks like Robbie Boyd's coming through to take it.
You were right, it was extremely close. 28.44 though. Robbie Boyd storming through that second 25, going past the early leader Adam Scott and Logan van der Meulen in third place. So 28.44 for Robbie, 29.02 Adam Scott, and 29.07 Logan van der Meulen. Very, very close indeed.
Yeah, really close finish. Some super swimming there, but Robbie Boyd showing that the swimming speed in the last 10 metres was beginning to pull away at that point in time. But Adam Scott certainly made it a really tight race up to about that 10 metre to go mark, and that was largely down to the start that he had. Right, and the underwater use of the underwater phase was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, so different strengths from different swimmers there. Not quite as fast as we saw from the 14-year-old Dean Fern, which, I mean, because that's a cracking swim from Robbie Boyd, it really is, but it just goes to show quite how quick Dean Fern is in that 14-year age group.
Indeed, and of course there's, you know, as we were talking about earlier in the programme, the differences in maturity and the differences of development stages as well. That can have a massive impact, especially with young men as well as they develop. The key thing for any of these athletes is to make sure that as they are developing, that they do have the skills there so that they can maximise their physical development when they get older.
Yes, I'm not sure what's happening now. For most of the events we've been running swim 3, present 2, and then swim 2, present 3, but for the 50s I was expecting us to run through all 5, and I'm not 100% sure what's happening. Got a couple of cracking races coming up now in this 50. Lucas Brown, we've already seen some extraordinary swimming from Elgin, but I would expect him to take this one, but you know, there's some strong swimmers to either side of him, and it is the 16-year-old boys coming through onto Paul's side now. And in lane for the final heat, we've got Robert Burgess, but Kieran Breckenser had a really strong swim, didn't he, in the heats?
He did, and I think that's what could make it a really interesting final here. Again, you're never quite sure exactly how people have played it to get into the finals, so quite a lot of the time, you know, the winner can come from any lane. But Lucas has certainly had a really good meet from Elgin, coached by Andy Summers, who does a fantastic job up there, and he's certainly in great form.
Yeah, so in lane 0 we've got Matthew McMillan in 1, Jack Lorimer, 2, Lewis Austin, 3, Calvin MacDonald in 4, Lucas Brown, 5, Jack McDonald. In lane 6, Kieran Lennox, in 7, Callum Peebles, 8, Ethan Stewart, and in 9, Saida Gullen from Warren de Baths. This perhaps Lucas' best event, although he has been very good over the freestyle as well. And well prepared, I would say, as you say, by Andy Summers. He has been competing quite regularly up in the North District, part of the year in short course events. That's quite interesting. First to surface, so a different tactic there from what we saw in the previous heat. Lucas Brown from Elgin, and it's Kieran Lennox, who had a cracking heat actually. Who's closest to him, Aberdeen performance swimmer in lane 6. Talk us through the finish, Ali.
Well, it just looks like Lucas Brown coming in just now, and he's right at the end of the stroke, so an excellent finish. But Kieran Lennox there, Max, taking the opportunity there to get himself a silver medal. I think that largely came down to the start again. It was the same, similar to the last race with Adam Scott, maximising that underwater section. You find that Lucas Brown came up a little bit earlier. Maybe that's the nature of the swimmer, you know. Maybe he's thinking, well, I need to get up and swim because that's the strongest part of my race. Challenge with that is obviously when you get older and you start racing against senior athletes, then of course they can maximise 15 and swim fast as well. So that's something to be working on. But he's probably used the maximum, or he's used the positive parts of his race to get himself in there.
Yeah, so Kieran Lennox came into this meet on a time of 29.77. That was a low 28 he made, so nice improvement for him.
Absolutely.
Right, this is our final race. Is this our final race?
Final race of the men's.
Yeah, we've got some ladies coming up, of course.
Got some ladies still to
Yeah.
go, yes.
Get ahead of myself. So this is the 50 metres backstroke for men, 17, 18 years. In lane 0, Alex Thompson, Warren de Baths, 1, Owen Carroll, Perth City, and 2, Greer van der Meulen. Sterling Swim, and 3, William Storr, South Aberdeenshire, 4, Robert Burgess, City of Glasgow, 5, Kieran Brackenser, Aberdeen Dolphins, 6, Callum Rose, Warren de Baths, in 7, Andrew Brodie, 8, Travis Davey, and 9, Owen Williamson. So let's have a look at the starts here, Ali. Tell me what you think. I'm loving the different stances that the swimmers are taking at the beginning, using these backstroke starting devices. They've made a big difference to the starts.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see the different types of technique. Once they take the marks happens, you'll see them pull up into different ones. So some lean backwards, some pull right up. And there we have the, can't quite see who is up there, but most people coming in and around 14 metres there.
Yeah, this is looking good from Callum Rose in Warren de Baths Club, and also Robert Burgess. So Kieran Brackenser squashed between the two of them, qualifying through in second place, but Callum Rose looking good, Robert Burgess looking good between these two coming in towards the finish, I would say. Robert Burgess just gets that one, 27.47, exciting the City of Glasgow through. Callum Rose in second place there. And good swim from him, 27.78 for second. Kieran Brackenser 27.82. So just inside his entry time as well. So another improvement for him. That's really good.
Really good. Delighted for Robert. He's certainly progressing year on year, getting those improvements. And it was a nice swim and a great finish.
Loving it. So we do have some medal presentations coming up now. First up, we'll have the 11 to 13-year-old boys and the 14-year-old boys coming up for their medals now. Pirates of the Caribbean music here on the way up towards the podium. Rousing it is. So Pam Thompson, a member of our jury of appeal, presenting the medals here for the boys. I hope they're going to bend down for Pam. Our bronze medal winner in the 13-year age group, representing North Lanarkshire swim team, Adam Merrick. And the bronze medalist in the 14-year age group, Aberdeen Dolphins, James Geddes. Looks like they're presenting 3 here. I'm very confused as to who I'm looking out for.
Come on, man, sort it out.
No, I can't. It was Logan van der Meulen receiving the bronze medal in the 15-year age group. Our silver medal winner from East Lothian in the 11 to 13-year age group, Conor Aspinall, and Corey Phillip from Dundee City Aquatics, the silver medal. In the 15-year age group, do you know who that is? I'm really sorry. I don't know who that is, and I can't see from the results. Ren 96 swimmer. We'll mention him in the next
Adam
league.
Scott, Ren 96.
Yep, super. Adam Scott, thank you very much. That is what you're here for. Our gold medal winner and Scottish National Age Group champion from Clitheroe, Archie Lorimer. And it was Dean Fern for the 14-year age group, Robbie Boyd, the National Age Group champion and gold medal winner for Warren de Baths in the 15-year age group.
There's Alison Shepherd in shot there. Commonwealth gold medalist for Scotland at the 2002 Commonwealth Games in Manchester.
Yeah, and she was presenting medals yesterday, which was lovely to see.
Absolutely
so,
brilliant, yeah.
5-time Olympian.
5's amazing, isn't it?
It is, because we had Hannah Miley as well, three-time Olympian. presenting medals as well. I think the swimmers really enjoy getting their medals from these people who they hold in high esteem than not us old folk. Although you'll be up there later, Ali, presenting some at the end.
Not quite the same levels as Alison Shepherd or Hannah Miley, unfortunately.
Well, your swimming wasn't.
Yes.
So we have our 16, and now the confusion is over. We've got the 16-year-olds and the 17, 18-year-old medalists. Our 16-year-old bronze medal winner representing Putteridge is Jack MacDonald. And Kieran Breckenser it was for Aberdeen Dolphins, winning the bronze medal in the 17, 18-year age group. He looks pretty pleased with himself about that.
Quite right too. I think he's swum an excellent race. He's Kieran there, and Jack just up for the first time from Putteridge as well, so great to see him here.
We spoke about the different strokes and events that swimmers can do. I mean, I think of Kieran Breckenser as being a breaststroke and a butterfly swimmer, now turning onto his back and turning out a really good 50 backstroke. Anyway, silver medal winners. Kieran Lennox, Aberdeen Performance, winning the silver medal in the 16-year age group. Callum Rose, Warrington Bath Club, the silver medal winner in the 17, 18-year age group. So here's our Scottish national champion in the 16-year age group, and it's Lucas Brown from Elgin, so getting his medal from Pan Thompson. And that racket will tell you that it's a City of Glasgow swimmer atop the podium, our Scottish national age group champion in the 17, 18-year age group, Robert Burgess, and a very popular swim here with the local team. There's photos being taken by the coaches of their swimmers on the podium. And next up, we have the last ladies event.
Indeed, looking forward to the fly events.
Some pink paint this time. So in our 11 to 13 year age group in the 50 metres butterfly, we have Isla Petrie from Monifig. Lucy Hall from East Lothian goes in lane 1. In lane 2, Emily Dawson representing Mulgine Bearsden. In lane 3 we have Isla Wetton from East Lothian. In 4, Kayla Smith, Aberdeen Dolphins. Madison Christophorus back again. In lane 5, Aberdeen Dolphins. In 6, Ava Marco representing East Lothian. Am I looking at the right swimmers? Wondering if we had a replacement there. Ksenia Mann in lane 9, Evie Mackey certainly in lane 8. Gina Wren, a replacement, I think, there for Jessica
she was first
Kerr.
reserve,
Yeah, so we've had a replacement there in lane 7. Gina Wren getting the swim in 7. So a couple of 12-year-olds in the seeded lanes here, Ali. So they'll have the chance to compete in this event again next year. So this is a great experience for them and possibly medals as well. 50 metres butterfly. Ali, can you talk us through this one?
Yeah, so looks again, there's middle lane there, the Aberdeen Dolphin. Swimmer Kelly Smith there just doing the underwaters, but it looks like it's on this near side where it's like Evie Mackey, Jessica Kirkwood taking the lead at the moment. That's Kelly Smith.
Really pulled that one out of the bag there. 31.78 for Kayla Smith. I think those touches are all good. So second home, 31.88 for Ava Marco it was, and Madison Christophorus between them, 32.17 for third place.
Some great swimming there, actually. in that race there. Eva Marco coming in and almost nicking it at the end, but just Kalila getting the touch there, which was absolutely fantastic.
Right, so no rest for the wicked, as they say. We're on to our next final already. 14-year-old 50 metres butterfly final in 0 Eve Wood, Orkney in 1 Alice Cummings, City of Glasgow, 2 Ruby Dan Tynemouth, 3 Leda Weatherspoons from Hutton Midlothian in 4 Kirsty Breakin, Aberdeen Dolphins, 5 Kiana Kurtzer, Warrington Bath Club in lane 6, Madison Pool Bucky, 7 Coco Croxford, City of Glasgow, in lane 8 Amelia Leslie, Trafford Metro, and in lane 9 Phoebe Arbuckle from Warrington Bath Club. Don't know where City of Glasgow got their blue paint from. Coco Croxford, all in blue. It's going to be another tight one, Ali.
I think so, to be honest with you. The times all look pretty close there. For many of these ones, it's those that are on 31 point trying to get it down to 30, those that are on 30 trying to break the 30 to get into 29s. We already have 2 of those in Kirsty Breakin and Kiana Kurtzer, so I think it'll be quite close and on the finish.
Yes, it was interesting this morning. I think we were, Kirsty Breakin surprised us, really swam a really strong 50 butterfly this morning to take that top pole in lane 4, representing Aberdeen Dolphins. 29.64 was her entry time, which was about a second over, or a second inside her entry time. There's 3 swimmers all in a line there. Leda Weatherspoon, Hutton Midlothian, Kirsty Breakin, Aberdeen Dolphins, Kiana Kurtzer, Warren de Bass. What do you think?
Just looks like it's Kiana Kurtzer there that's just edging ahead. It looks like she might get it. Let's see if she can spot the finish. Not quite, just a bit short. But she takes it in 28.91, so that's a nice little drop from Kiana there as well. Looks quite happy with that one, that's for sure. And looks like Kirsty Breakin on for second in 29.3. Excellent swim from her. And Layla Weatherspoon from Hearts, what an excellent swim that was. I think she looks as though 29.73.
Yeah, 3 super fast swims there, and all the swimmers having a little hug there at the end.
And Madison Cool just missing out on the touch as well. Really good swimming from those ladies.
So our next final is the girls 15 years 50 metres butterfly.
First back in action again.
Yes, Rosie Liston from City of Glasgow in 0, Ashley Drake in 1, Warrington Bath Club. Lane 2, Charlotte Thompson, Midlothian. In lane 3, Zoe Crawford from First. I had to take a pause then, I couldn't even hear myself speak. Helen Stoddart, East Lothian. In lane 5, Ailey Robertson, South Ayrshire. In 6, Mia McLeod swim it. In 7, Susie McNair First. 8, Chloe McLean, Dundee City Aquatics. And in lane 9, Charlotte Hardy from South Ayrshire. So this is our 15-year-old Helen Stoddart, fastest entry in there. And she swam this down at the British Championships. Swam 28.22 down there.
Did a great job down there, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so good result there, 28.46, so just outside that to qualify for the final. Let's see if she can get under it in the final. And a great start from her and alongside her in lane 5, Ailey Robertson, South Ayrshire, with a storming start between these 2 coming down towards the finish.
Yeah, this is going to be tight between Robertson and Stobbart, but looks like Stobbart's just going to make it there right on the end of the stroke. Really good finish. 28.37. It's a very good performance. And Susie McNair, I think it was. Yep, you can tell by the drums in the background. Susie McNair taking a 3rd place for First in 29.58.
Yeah, so Helen Stoddart bettering her entry time into the final that she swam this morning, but not quite as quickly as she was down at the British Championships, but a clear win for her in the end, pushed all the way by Ailey Robertson from South Ayrshire. Like I say, Susie McNair just coming through there for the bronze medal. So this our 15-year-old final. In lane 0, we've got Rosie Liston, City of Glasgow. In 1, Ashley Drake, Warren Bath. Lane 2, Charlotte Thompson, Midlothian. In 3, Zoe Crawford first. In lane 4, Helen Stoddart, East Lothian.
Is that the...
I'm not, I'm just reading out the 15-year-olds again. So, totally wrong. 16-year-olds, Jessica Beaton, Jessica Heaps, Grace Courtney, Ariana Stokes, Stella McCarty, Alice Mackey, Melissa Mainwaring, Ailey Armstrong, Lucy Stoves, and Elise Sophia Kendall go in this one. Strong start again we would expect from Melissa Mainwaring. And Stella McCarty, who's had a cracking meet in that 16-year age group. Alice Mackey alongside her. Could be another close one. Under starters orders, they are. So off they go. Blue cap coming up alongside the Hartiman Lothian cap of Alice Mackey. Melissa Mainwaring did get a strong start between these three just now. All they're swimming strongly on the far side. Ariana Stokes from Tynemouth as well. I think the 2 golden lanes coming into the finish.
Absolutely, and it looks like it's Mackey and McCarty coming into the finish. All the... Ooh! It is McCarty, 28.54. What a finish! 28.65 for Alice Mackey. Both right on the end of the stroke. Great finishing, great swimming. And Stella looks particularly pleased with that one as well.
She does, and that's lovely. And it's one of those things, I think sometimes when things are going with you, they really do. It goes to show the importance of on the psychology, really, of having that team doing well. Stella McCarty there, first to 28.54, 28.65, Alice Mackey. And it was Melissa Mainwaring there, 29.01 for third.
Just 600ths of a second between Melissa Mainwaring and Ariana Stokes there, so great stuff.
Yes, lovely. Really tight race and just winning by a smidgen there, Stella McCarty. We're on to our final race of the evening. So the 17, 18-year-old girls, 50 metres butterfly. In the water in 0, Natalie Jones, and 1, Amber Stevenson, 2, Isla Yule, 3, Drew McKenzie, 4, Scarlett Ferris, 5, Louisa Stoddart, in 6, Amy Watson, 7, Elise Cousins, 8, Faith Yuda, and in lane 9, Emily Cumming. Who's your money on for this one, Ali?
Well, Drew McKenzie's been on great form all week, and I think with the crowd behind her at this point in time, she might well get that little bit extra boost, but Scarlett Ferris is going pretty well over the shorter distances at the moment, so wouldn't it be great if we could just have one more tight finish at the end?
Yeah, so an exciting race ahead. Yeah, the Scarlett Ferris and Louisa going in on the same time from this morning, just to prove the point. Beautiful streamline there from Scarlett Ferris and going the full distance underneath the water, coming up in first place. She's going to be able to hang on there, representing Perth City in this meet. Taking a big long breath there, and Drew McKenzie took the opportunity to go past her, didn't she?
Drew McKenzie just got the opportunity. Look at that. She's taking a body length just about off there. Oh, 27.8. Great swim from Drew McKenzie. A little bit short in the finish as well. She's got to be pleased with that swim. She takes another victory.
Yeah, I was talking to her coach earlier after watching her swim in the heats this morning, and she says she doesn't always finish very quickly. She certainly did there. Drew McKenzie taking that one, 27.84. In second, Louisa Stoddart representing East Lothian. And good swim for her, 28.46, 28.82 for Scarlett Ferris there from Perth City. And we've got a couple of awards to do after these medals. So you can watch these medals with me, Ali, and then I'm going to get you to skedaddle down.
Skedaddle, yes.
down to present those special awards. They'll just be being worked out frantically in the glass house, the electronic room behind us. But first up, we've got some medals.
Yes, don't be surprised, everybody, of these presentations just take a little bit longer than the other ones have been.
Well, you did promise us a song, though, Ali, didn't you?
As long as you're not going to ask me to sing, that's good.
Well, no, that was exactly what I was asking you to do. So our medalists here. Not sure if that's Marg going up to present the medals or if she's a carrier. So our bronze medal winner in the 11 to 13 year age group, Madison Christophorus from Aberdeen Dolphins. In the 14 year age group, the bronze medal winner is Leda Weatherspoon from Heart of Midlothian. Our bronze medal winner in the 15 year age group, representing West Lothian, that was Melissa Mainwaring. So our silver medalists are Ava Marco from East Lothian in the 11 to 13 year age group, and Kirsty Brickin from Aberdeen Dolphins in the 14 year age group. In the 15 year age group, I'm just checking my notes here, the results not yet through. Our gold medal winner in the 11 to 13 year age group, and our champion there was Kayla Smith, Aberdeen Dolphins, and in the 14 year age group, representing Warren de Bath's Kiana Kurtzer. In the 15 year age group, the gold medalist and Scottish national champion. Up on the podium there. I think that's Helen Stoddart.
Helen Stoddart.
I forgot you could hear me there. So well done, Helen. Well done to our champions there. So now for the 16-year-old bronze medal winner is Melissa Mainwaring, West Lothian. I obviously miscalled her, thinking that she was in the 15-year age group. In fact, that was Susie McNair from First. And the silver medal winner in the 15-year age group was Ailey Robertson. Apologies for not calling those out. In the 16-year age group, bronze medalist Melissa Mainwaring, West Lothian, and Scarlett Ferris in the 17-18 year age group. So that's Ali just skedaddling down to the pond side. Silver medal winner in the 16-year age group, Alice Mackey, Heart of Midlothian. And from East Lothian, silver medal winner, Louisa Stoddart. Now our Scottish national age group champion, representing the City of Glasgow in the 16-year age group, Stella McCarty. And the gold medal winner in the 17-18 year age group, our Scottish national age group champion, representing City of Glasgow, it's Drew Mackenzie. So that concludes the racing and the presentations. I think the medals were presented there by some of the ladies that have been supporting the competition through in the marshalling. The bronze medals were presented by Morag Campbell, the silver by Val Peebles, and the gold medals by Lynn Rafferty. So good to have a bit of recognition for our volunteers there. So they've been supporting the meet throughout all these past 5 days. And these final awards will be presented by Ali Wyke, who you've been listening to, our Director of Aquatics for Scottish Swimming. And we have 2 awards here. These are for the best performance by a girl aged 16 and under, FINA points for a single event, and the best performance by a boy 16 years and under by FINA points in a single event. And, I'm not sure where the swimmers are. I can see them collecting there. The winner in the girls category, the winner with a total of 702 FINA points for her swim in the 200 metres backstroke. That's Kiana Courtser. Just 14, Kiana Courtser, our FINA points champion, picking up that best performance for a girl aged 16 and under. And in the boys aged 16 and under, the winner of that award for top FINA points, 721 points for his 100 metres freestyle. The winner of that from East Lothian, Stefan Kravic. And there they are atop the podium, receiving their awards from Ali Wyke. And delighted to see that. So both of them in the 700, 702, a really high FINA point score for a swimmer aged 14. That's Kiana Courtser from the Warren de Bath Club, and Stefan Kravitz in his 100 metres freestyle, 721 points for him. That was a time of 52.3. And in case you're wondering, 2:18.76 was the time that Kiana Courtser swam in the 200 metres backstroke. So our final duty here on the pond side is to recognise the top club, which we do each year. We're just waiting for the point score to come through from the glass house. But I hope you've enjoyed your time here at the Scottish National Age Groups this year, 2022. We certainly have. The swimmers have had a great time, and the commentary time, we've enjoyed your company. I understand there's been quite good viewing figures. So like I say, we're just waiting for those point scores for the top club to be calculated. Can't see Ali Wyke there, just waiting with the award for that. We'll have lots of people running around. But we have had some fantastic support from our volunteers and from our staff here at the Scottish National Age Group Championships. We've got officials who've turned up every single day from 8 o'clock until 8 o'clock. In fact, some of them are here before 8 o'clock. Marshals, all of these people essential to running meets. I think those of you who are involved out in clubland will know how much effort needs to be put in to make these meets a success, and I hope that you've enjoyed it watching the live stream. We've certainly enjoyed it here in the pool. And I think you can see the anticipation there from the swimmers, all in blue. City of Glasgow team are expecting to be crowned the top club, and they had some smashing performances this evening, winning lots of races just by very small margins, and really good performances there from City of Glasgow, pushed all the way by the other teams here at the meet, in particular the Warren de Bath Club. But I think we know who's going to win this trophy. It's just a question of waiting, and there they are, smiling for the camera. They've had a fantastic time here. It's not just them, East Lothian as well. I think they're going to finish in third place, but we're just waiting for confirmation of that. Perth City, a cracking meet for them. Fourth place they were at the end of proceedings in event number 4, day number 4, should I say. It's what a racket there is going on here. You probably can't hear it quite as loudly as you could, because with Ali having gone, we've lost his microphone. But we're still waiting to get that final confirmation of the top club. And this will be the last meet for Ian Wright as the head performance coach, I think his title is, at the City of Glasgow swim team. There's a big team of coaches working there that have been here throughout the meet. Ian will move into our national coach position, so just have to wait and see, but he too will be delighted. And here we are.
A great performance. We now have the results
You can probably hear Duncan here, that this is the full results of the club championships. In 10th place with 209 points, we have the team from First. 225 points, the team from Stirling Swimming. In 8th place, 238 points, is Heart of Midlothian. Aberdeen Dolphins finishing in 7th place, 290 and a half. 342 and a half points for the team from South Lanarkshire, there in 6th. 472 and a half points, University of Aberdeen Performance Swimming. 501 points it is for the team Perth City Swim team. In 3rd place, East Lothian. 778 and a half points for East Lothian. So that does mean that the runners-up for the top club trophy with 1,085 points. That's the team from Warren de Bath Club. And no real big surprise, but this is the point total. 1,375 points for the team of City of Glasgow. I think they're going in the water. See Ian Wright's run away, hoping not to be thrown in himself, but in they go. City of Glasgow, our top club at the Scottish National Aves Group 2022. In the go. Fantastic. Don't recommend that to you at home. Somersaults into the pool, strictly forbidden. But there we go. I think the whole team just about into the water to celebrate, and a great celebration there for City of Glasgow swim team, top club at Scottish National Age Groups 2022. They're not the only team that have had a great time. We've all had a great time here at Tollcross 2022 during these last 5 days. Delighted to see everybody enjoying themselves. We're going to sign off now, and thank you very much for joining in, and thank you very much to Ali, although he's disappeared now, our performance director. Thank you very much, and goodbye.